Turn it all out, tell me every secret. Said that I care, ask do you mean it? It's been months since we've been okay. I'm putting off what's coming. Another night staring at the ceiling. You desire to be alone, to be the one they're always thinking of. And I'm sorry I couldn't be there for you. Admit that I ignored it. You deserve to be alone. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to be Struggling 'cause I'm all you had. You should know that's all in your head. 'Cause it's been weeks and you're not okay. You're putting off what's coming. It's alright to be scared of being lonely. Don't you know that you deserve to be alone, to be the one they're always thinking of. And I'm sorry I couldn't be there for you. Admit that I ignored it. You deserve to be alone. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to be. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to be.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful day. Oi, oi, oi. How y'all doing, boys? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a good one. We got ourselves more 5V5 1v1 duels on the evening, this time in the region of EU. Groups should hopefully be listed in the LFG. If they're not, we gotta get some listed right now. How y'all doing? Welcome, Red. We got us Trig, Brago, Anger, Jake, Mike, Nikolai, and Shane. How y'all doing? Welcome back, boys. Hope all of you having a good one. And I've been trying to add me on BNet. We could do that. Hold on, let me hit accept real quick. I don't even know if it worked. I'm hoping it worked. I don't know what I mean. Yo, we got ourselves actually nothing new for 10.17 yet, or class changes. I am hoping that this weekend this will announce a bunch of new class changes. I think a lot of people would like to see it. You know what I mean? I think it's about that time. Some meta changes would be great to see. Just mostly like buffing the classes that are not really super well played or super often played is what I would love to see, honestly. Just take everything that isn't really getting much representation, just give it a bit of a leg up. Would be kind of nice. Keep everything up strong and strong. I don't really know why you need to fix that. You know what I mean? Just make some of the other classes a little bit stronger. But yo, why does it keep giving me the social contract almost every time I log in? Is that, did I do something? Or is it just them updating it on their end? How y'all doing? Welcome back. You're not on. I can't find you on the BNet. What do you mean I'm not on? I am definitely online. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm definitely online. Do not have you added, Sullivan? Or did you remove me? It's either one of those things. Either I never had you added, or at some point you might have removed me. Boys, how y'all doing? Hope everybody's having a good one. Let me get the music back up and running, yeah? Let me get the next song coming in, yeah? All right. Groups are going to be listed. I don't even know where. Raids Legacy, I guess. Yeah. Let's go into a... Hold on. Let me just type in real quick. 1v1 duels. There we go. Now we're listed. Now we're good to go, boys. Yo, if y'all want to join up or if you have a group available, let me know. Kavi wants to join in. My man, get in here. We got Jayhawk. I got you out in reality this time around, so I'm happy about it. And they're doing plenty more buffs for stabilization fixes for Diablo. I mean, that's good, honestly. What's up, Warcraft, my man? Friends that just do the channel, liking the stuff. I'm glad you are, my guy. I'm glad you are. Jake, Subdal, hope you're feeling better. You know what? I'm feeling better, but also in the same sense, not really. So my sleep schedule has been really off, dude. My body doesn't know what to do anymore. Like, for the last couple of nights, I've ended up sleeping in a little bit, and I've just got to roll with it. I went to bed as early as possible, but I still slept in, right? I guess just my body needed more rest. And then this morning, I underslept. And my body was just like, get up. You ain't going back to bed. Get up and at 'em. And it's just like, no matter what I try to do, no matter how much I tossed and turned, nope, couldn't go back to sleep, couldn't fade back into dreamland. Call of Duty and Zimmy, yo, look, God, this is a 5-man right here, actually. Do we have a second 5-man by chance? Need to relog? Okay, we do have Jayhawk, he's just relogging really quickly. But how am I doing? Otherwise, besides waking up super early and being kind of sort of tired all day, just because it's been a long day for me, real long day in comparison to what I usually have, I'm doing pretty good. I finished Baldur's Gate. I kind of want to do another playthrough now. It was a fantastic experience, man. I was just so drawn into it. And then I felt sad and empty. It's almost like, you know how you're watching the TV show or a really good movie or an anime series or whatever, right? Playing a game, and then you finally finish it and then you just feel empty inside. Just because it's like, it feels like a part of you is missing now, just permanently. That's how I felt, man. I want to get back in there too. My God, it was so good. Ah, this is Sylvanas a mention of Sylvanas in Diablo or I mean Baldur's Gate, because I haven't seen any like WoW references, but I'm sure there's some there. Guessing there's other endings. True. That's the thing. I feel like I got the perfect ending that I wanted. I don't want to spoil nothing. Sylvanas in Baldur's Gate. I need to look into it. And I've heard that there's a Doomhammer reference, but I don't know about like a Sylvanas reference. I did not run into like anything that said about Banshee Queen, but there's a good chance that I missed it. It's a big game, you know what I mean? Cover Boys, lead one of the groups if you want. Sounds good, yeah. Let me make a lead then. Okay, okay, Kavi boy gonna lead this group, making second group real quick, and we good to go. Kavi boy, appreciate you, my man. Yo, let me do a quick deal list. Make your lead. Stay. Everyone stay in this group. BRB making second one real quick. Hello, real quick. I can't spell quick, man. There we go. Beautiful. All right, so we got a second group up and running. We'll have it right here. If you want to join this one, stay in the one with Kavi Boy, and if you are already in the group right now with Kavi Boy, the Druid, and Jayhawk, the Arcane Mage, or whatever spec he plays today, stay there. We're just gonna make a second one real quick. Forkbeard, first one up. Let's go, my man. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go one by the way. After you meet him, it's one question one of the guys said for Sylvanas. After you meet him, have him join your group. You mean the Druid, Halcyon? Okay, so in D&D lore, they have their own Sylvanas too. It's like a god of druids or something, right? It's like, there's like even a statue of Sylvanas. Not the same Sylvanas, but a different Sylvanas. There's a guy called Sylvanas. That's what I think they're referencing. I think it just ends up being a quinkydink. They're both named Sylvanas. Different spelling probably. But yeah, mythology brain face off, dude. History check, man. Literally pass a history check IRL. China been trying to play in for 3 hours. Hell yeah, man. Arms is really good. It slaps. They kept like trying to reduce some of its stronger builds for PvP all the time, but it still keeps slamming, man. Whenever my man Talarion hops on the 5V5 1v1 DUELS, you see that man cranking it, dude. Cranking numbers, splitting these boys in half, chopping them up to bits. It is pretty good. Surprisingly good. It's about as survivable as Fury, to be honest. It just doesn't have the consistent Bloodthirst survivability, but even then, Fury Bloodthirst survivability ain't as good as it used to be. It used to be like a huge chunk of your health. Every time you charge Bloodthirst, it was like 60% of your health every single Bloodthirst. So you would charge Bloodthirst, impending victory, you're healthy. But right now, like, I'd even say arm's a little bit stronger because of the mortal strike. Also, you got that second wind, which if you can use that to kind of live a little longer, you're fine. And then also the ignore pain offsetting damage. Rather than healing, you're offsetting into a shield that's constantly up, basically. It's interesting. It's weird, but it's interesting. The weapon from the dragon that doubles you straight is busted. Ooh, there's a lot of stuff that you can get from. But yes, I know which one you talk about. I'm trying not to be like, whenever we talk about Baldur's Gate stuff, I finish the game and I want to keep talking about it to like my friends and stuff, but like for the most part I do try to like not say anything in case it's going to be spoilery for people. But yes, I think I know exactly which one you're talking about. Yes. I guess it's not really that spoilery because you are going to run into a couple of different dragons in the game. But man, dude, the final fight, oh, it was awesome though, man. Oh my god, the payoff too, it was so good. We got Culty Warrior, let's get it here, my guy. Oh man, that was so good. Sylvanas, the Forest Father, was the god of nature. That's the one. Yeah, they do have their own like version of Sylvanas in D&D, but I think it's been around since like forever. It's just like a different, like, it sounds the same, but it's not quite the same. But I wonder if it was like, I wonder if one spawned the other. You know what I mean? Although they're kind of the opposites, really. Let's see who else could we get into some 5v5 1v1 duels. Do we want to get maybe Anta? He's already doing stuff. Aurum? Maybe? Does he want to join in? Hey, Aura. Want to join some 5v5 1v1 duels, friend? Yo, by the way, the name of the song is, what is it? Cage Cereb. It's supposed to be like Cerebro. It's like has a picture of a brain. I'm literally thinking about mind flash the entire time. Man, yeah, dude, it's been crazy. Spoiler guys, kicked by Thrall. Sylvanas, Mary Vol'jin, Blood Elf become uncles. I mean, wait, what? Garrosh got kicked by Thrall. I mean, that's kind of true, right? You'll get kicked out of the Horde if that's what you mean. Vol'jin is dead though. But I do think I know what you're talking about. Let's see, who else can we get in here? Cloak. Does he maybe want to join some 5v5s? Hey, Cloak. We hosting some 5v5 1v1 duels tonight. What's up, Aura? Want to watch tonight? That's all good, my man. Let me know if you are interested. Where's my man Krager at, dude? We gotta get Krager in here. Does Nalix want to join in? Hey, Nalix, we putting together some 5v5 1v1 duels tonight. If you wanna join, bring Arthur's back. If I could, man, I would. But like after like the send off they had for him in like Shadowlands. I mean, initial send-up was back in Wrath, but like a little bit of like a tease of Arthas and Shadowlands. At the same time, they were like, want to reference Arthas, but they don't really want to bring Arthas back entirely. And there was a community was pretty split at the time because I knew a lot of people that weren't going to be happy if they actually brought back Arthas and like maybe have him, I don't know, impart some wisdom from beyond or whatever. I think the idea was like, to reference him because of Uther's storyline and Sylvanas storyline, but not exactly like bring him back entirely. But that was a great character either way though, my guy. Last time I was here, I was booming, spent the entire session getting wrecked by every single demon warlock. Yeah, dude. Spent one gearing. Let's go. TLG in here. Let's go, my man. Yo, amp up. Yeah, I'm up. Let me see if we can toss in. I think we're gonna have a lot of warriors in this team, aren't we? No, wait, you actually had somebody leave, didn't we? Yes, we had Culty Warrior join, said hello, and then left immediately, I guess. I have no idea. So we could get Alex in here, since it's already in the group. Yeah, I'm up. Okay, hold on. Grifka, yay! How you doing, my guy? So this group needs 2 more, and we'll be good to go, boys. We'll need 2 more, and we'll be good to go. Again, let me see if I can get you in. Should work, right? And then we need Unamas, boys. Unamas will be good to go. Yo, hope you guys are all still hanging out with Coffee's group. We gotta get this one up and running. 1 extra. Does Jesus want to join? Hey, Jesus. Oh, we got fast because instead. Never mind, man. Never mind. This man is fast in the draw, dude. I'm gonna reward that, man. Let's get him in here. Alrighty. Beautiful. Who am I gonna make lead? I guess Grifka? I guess I could do Grifka. Okay, Grifka. Or Nalex or Grifka? Hold on. Grifka, what's your real ID again? Because I'm really bad at real ID stuff. Chilled, he's online, he's playing. That's awesome. You're good to go? Hell yeah, my guy. If you ever are missing people, just let me know and I will take care of everything. Or if you gotta go before the end of the night, if you could like let me know, right? Hey, Dal, I'm gonna need to be going like after this next game or whatever, and be like, yo, could you check over after this game? Before you leave, let me join the group so you can pass me lead, and then you can fade into the twisting nether if you want to, because at least it gives me like opportunity to hold the group in LFG and all that other stuff, you know what I mean? Okay, we actually do have your reality. Perfect. I'm just gonna whisper you real quickly just so I have you, and we're gonna make you lead just because it makes it easier. Cool, Grifka? Are you alright with it? Grifka, я тебя сделаю командиром твоей группы. I don't remember how to say commander of the group. Cloak, how you doing, man? Just under Flashbang Arena. I won't. Yeah, that thing, dude. Dude, I'm sleeping myself, man. My eyes barely are open. So even I wouldn't want to see I mean, I'm looking at 2 flashbangs right now. Like, I don't want any more than that. I wanted myself a good old Nagran, like a little bit of a dark mode Nagran too. I can't see the group. Where is it? Right now, Kenboy, we're doing them over on the EU. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing them over on the NA. Unless I got it wrong, I think you are NA rather than EU. But let me know if I got that wrong. Let me get Kolkai in here, and we got ourselves Oromaru Cutie. Let's do Nagran off the bat. And we got ourselves Black Rook Hole. We got all that stuff. Now, Alex, I do my man. Where you from? Originally, Russia, Kira. What is it? Kira Cream Pie? Is that your name? Kira Cream Pie. Kira Cream Pie. Екатеринбург. Родился в Екатеринбурге. Telling them I was born in a city called Ekaterinburg. Ural. Region Ural. Region Ural. Ural. Ah!
My name is Josh Rubin.
Hi, Josh. Bye, Josh. Wait, I don't even need Josh. I don't even need any of these songs. Get out of here, man. Out of here. Oh, God. All right, I think we're good. Maybe. Audacity. Dude, I feel like, oh, man, I woke up so early. I'm going to be complaining about me waking up early, man, but I feel like I got my brain literally drained by a mind flare. Like, I literally feel like one of those dudes that just got my, like, cranium sucked out entirely. Like, I'm just dead. But we got Duels tonight. Wow, what's up, Cap? How you doing, my man? Hope you having a good one, my man. Nice, man. Hey. Welcome. I try to speak Russian when possible, but I'm definitely, like, scuffed with it, honestly. I'm scuffing it up, switching up and bringing on just city. Dude, we could totally do that. Yeah. Switch. We got ourselves Fascas over on the team 1 as a Destruction Warlock. Over on the team, we got Forkbeard. Looks like gonna be first up versus Kavi Boy. Back up on that Feral Druid. We actually got quite a few casters over in team 2 with Forkbeard taking bleeds off the bat. Trying to see if we go for a stun onto Kavi very quickly. Swapping out from the Fury Warrior into an Arms Warrior. But he's gonna have to go for a parry as a big gun card comes out for Kavi. The bleeds are in. Kavi Boy, or rather Forkbeard, better make a play right now. The man doesn't have much health to work with. Second stun to follow, does get himself a shield, but his emergency healing is running out of options. Gonna be Kavi actually leaping back in. He's just going in for Blood Fear to follow. As Forkbeard, I think, just trying to see if he can wait out maybe for second wind to help him up a little bit. And actually, not the worst strategy ever, especially if Kavi is going to be hanging back and trying to play it super slow. Others still bleeds on Forkbeard. If he can go for Stormbolt Bladestorm, is going to deny the stun for Kavi. He's going to have to retreat really quickly. He got to get back in there. Just got to get a couple of bleeds. Forkbeard does get hit with a root. Stormbolt does not get that much value, but still maybe he can get quite a bit of value either way though. Got himself the Sharpened Blade, Warbreaker available. Kavi, how are you getting Moonfires from... I swear it looks like you're getting Moonfires from behind the pillar. Is it just me? Or is it just like Forkbeard lagging? I feel like I'm the one that's lagging. Kavi doesn't want to let this guy get any kind of reset. It's going to be a trinket actual adaptation. Finally proccing. Reflect up for Forkbeard. Does pick up a little bit of health right now from Kavi. He's going to go for a little bit of a power shift while Forkbeard trying to see if he can pick himself up a little bit more damage and or survivability. Call of Druid, you're going to be up for that second team with Jayhawk on that team. We got us a Strike as well as Zivy as a Shadow Priest. Actually loving that like cast variety. I do wonder if Coffee Boy is going to be going down at some point soon though. Forkbeard is still alive though, by the way. Normally Arms Warriors don't do super well against Feral Druids, but I think ever since Dalaran started to make some plays against Sub-Rogues and Feral Druids, which is normally a spec that beats you easily as an Arms Warrior, I think we've seen a lot more like resurgence of warriors come back into duels. Now that they've seen Dalaran do it, they know they can hold their own potentially. Kavi trying to see if he can just bleed the guy out, trying to see if he can play it super safe. I think he just figured out that if he doesn't stay on top of Forkbeard, he's just gonna take a lot of damage. Better put some bleeds on the guy, lots of hit and runs. Eventually he's just gonna melt. Rivka over on team 1. We got ASUS Nalix, we got ASUS Tealdra, as well as Fast Skills ready to go. With Forkbeard parry up available. Blazestorm to follow. Kavi does leap in, but doesn't go for a stun just yet. I think just gotta wait for the parry to be up, unless bleeds are down. Wait, bleeds are down. Second win. Kavi needs to make a play. I feel like Kavi just needs to stay aggressive. This hit and run strategy is just not working. It's going to be Rude breaking out fairly quickly. Barkskin to follow as Forkbeard does end up catching up quite a bit of self-healing for a warrior. And Arms Warrior while we're at it. Wall right now for Kavi. Overlapping it together with a quick Barkskin as Forkbeard looking to maybe end this duel potentially. If he has himself enough damage, maybe he could do it. Big dots onto Forkbeard. Bites to follow back-to-back. Still Avatar ready. The warrior does get himself a shield. Kavi's super low. Wait a second, maybe if the warrior can make something happen. I think trying to go for Strommel, but maybe DR'd? Is that what happened? What is this, by the way? What is this lag? I swear somebody in this arena is lagging, and it honestly might be me, as Kavi almost went down to the warrior too, as children are going to be up next. Trying to see if he can catch up. Hand of Freedom available. The Paladin does need to pick up a little bit of mobility to catch up to Kavi around this pillar. It should be fast enough, hopefully. And hopefully can maybe deny the Feral Druid the reset that he needs. Bash to follow. It's going to be a trinket. Does have himself an interrupt available. Stun right after Kavi Boy. Eating full damage. Children is playing into the big crusade damage. Oh my god, the heal at the very end. Got himself the survivability with the Heart of the Wild, amplifying his defense as well as self-healing. And it's just trying to see if he can flee away from the Paladin. But he's really kind of limited on what he can do. Got himself Frenzy Regen, but it's 70% dampening. It's already starting to put some pressure on him. He's going to catch himself a proper resell though, which is going to be huge. It's going to have to pop out of cat form and Viz and Stealth in order to go for a couple of regrowths, but when he does that, 10-second lockout on another re-stealth. Needs to play it super carefully, trying to maximize the value of that Heart of the Wild. Does get a stun on Children, waited out for the wings to be off. As a wall comes out, Paladin with yet another Hodge. Does he have the damage he needs? Even though without waste, the man is still able to crack through his Druid's defenses. As Kavi plays super defensive, does get super low, but narrowly survives it. Trying to see if he can use his fantastic mobility just to escape the Pally, but still keeps taking damage from the blades, the hammers flying out. And the man still is in trouble, not in a great spot whatsoever. Try to see if he can just use mobility, but the consecration is just going to add a little bit extra damage. Stilja just needs to find a way to get a Hodge on the guy right now. Kavi looking to see if he can break out of this. So Barsket to follow. Next, that could be deadly. Bash. Does Stilja go for a big bubble or anything? He could potentially go for immunity. Is going to let the cyclone happen. Kavi Boy looking for a bit of a reheal. If Stilja has any casts that he does in Holy, that could be an opportunity for Kavi Boy to maybe land himself a proper interrupt. But does at least get himself the reset that he needed, and might even be able to give him a little bit of a chance here. The mage is dropping down food for you, so if you want to swing by around there, Kavi, you're more than welcome to grab yourself a handful of that feast, by the way. Honestly. Let's still to try to see if he catch up to Kavi. Doesn't quite find him with the Wake of Ashes, but is still waiting for the guy looking for him. Kavi played it super slow. I think he has to. The sustain, I feel like sustained playstyle is what you should be doing as a Feral Druid in some situations. Like once the enemy doesn't have Crusade, that's where you just want to see if you can just min-max your damage. Big Crusade is available for Children. Kavi Boy trying to see if he can hang in there. Blessing of Protection, already going for the big slams versus Kavi. And Kavi has himself Wall available, Barsket available, waiting out for the immunity. This one of Children needs something, needs mobility. Got himself Hand of Freedom, but looks like the Feral able to get away, diving back into a reset. Gonna wait out the wings until it's a little bit of a less dire situation. Children really was his Feral to come out in the open. Needs to pick up one of these sets of eyes available on the left-hand side or on the right-hand side. That or find a way to kind of like bait the Feral to stay on you as much as possible. If you can somehow bait the Feral just to be on you the entire time, like maybe faint, like you're super low on health, maybe that could help you. Kavi Boy, are you playing the Cyclone talent? Where after the Cyclone, your next finisher is gonna do, or next main rather, is gonna put up a full Feral Frenzy? Maybe actually, hold on. Big damage on Childra. Does get himself full setup. Stun to follow onto Boy. Childra's going to take a little bit of that bleed damage. Kavi does have incarnation rolling right now. Wall to follow with the Marks. He got himself everything available. Bubble out of Childra. This is where Kavi trying to see if he can play super defensive. Renewal is up immediately with the Friends of Regen. Trying to see if he can bail away. Childra is not out of the woods at all. Bubble is down. Shortest stun in the world. Doesn't have a lot of health to work with. Shield of Vengeance is keeping him alive, but barely though. And Boy looking for go for more hit and runs. Trying to maintain as many bleeds as he can onto Childra, but also trying to see if he can maintain himself in terms of his health and survivability. Is going to be a stun. Boy hit with the Wake of Ashes. Children trying to see if he can catch up a little bit of health. Boy not a lot of health available. Blind to follow. Wait, maybe Children just ends it. Does he have the chance? Going to be worst up. Cyclone to follow. Does he have anything for this one? Looks like maybe that Cyclone gave him just enough survivability. Wait a second. Can Children maybe reconnect and end this right now? He got himself consecration. Boy doesn't want to come out of there. Children needs to go for a bit of recovery. I think unless Boy comes out of cat room right now, starts regrowth, and the man is going to be permanently behind, because Children can at least just go for instant cast heals, but the man got no more immunities. And Boy does pop out, going for the regrowth. Children, if only he had the mobility to catch back up. Boy does pick up the mage foot as well. Is going to dive into Prowl. That's going to give him quite a bit of that recovery. Unless Children walks up next to the guy right now. No, he's not. He must have seen that he was eating food, right? And he popped in a Prowl, popped in a stealth, which would just give him like this the freedom just to sit there, eat, in order to get or just stay in stealth while recovering. Maim to follow to Children. I think it's just over with the bleeds. Shield of Innocent Children. Not a lot of defenses left for the Paladin. That's a lay of hands last second though, but the man is really running on fumes right now in terms of his cooldowns. As Boy just trying to play out the clock as best as possible. Moonfire is going to be a big heal for Children, but at 44% dampening, it is not doing anything for you. Children used to find the next stun. Boy does not have a trinket, so next stun could be huge. Children is probably going to have to use wings at some point. He's trying to see if he can recover, use the Wake of Ashes to generate resources, trying to go for flash of heals whenever possible. Boy at some point is going to have to make a play. Was that a blind just now? That might have been the earliest blind I've ever seen. Has himself a trinket, cannot use the normal trinket for a while though. Kavi tried to see if he can end the duel right then and there. Stun around the corner. Children, do you have wings right now? Trying to see if he can get some damage in, but might be actually very, very, very poor on his defenses. It's going to be a Spore Cloak activating, giving him just a little bit of that survivability. Boy took a bit of a beating, but he's trying to see if he can just maintain himself. Children with a wall, hand of freedom available. Boy is just not going to let the... Oh my god, Kavi, your team is not going to be able to play the game at all. You're just putting your team into high dampening, man. Come on, Zimmy's going to need that dampening, man. He needs all that healing. Oh my goodness. Children just needs to hang in there a little bit longer. He got himself Shield of Vengeance available. He just needs to find a good opportunity to see Kavi in front of him, pop wings, build a little bit of resources, and as Kavi rounds the bend, then stun him. While he doesn't have a trinket for 20 seconds, you have to do it. Eyes are also up, so Children could also go pick up one of the eyes. You have to be aggressive, I think, with those eyes. You can't just run around, just let the Pharaoh just stay in stealth the entire time. You have to, at some point, go pick up the eyes. He's looking for recovery. Children is trying to play super defensive. He does have bubble coming back up in like 10 seconds. And I think maybe wasting this Wake of Ashes, not using them offensively, might be his downfall here at the end. Gonna be a trinket for each one of them, Children, with big damage, but I don't know if he's got defenses anymore. Maim, and that's gonna be Kavi taking the guy out with a full incarnation. Not much you can really do about it. Is it gonna be Fast Kills, potential in Alex, or maybe Griff Cup next? It looks like they are sending out the Rogue over as a subtlety. Boy is in stealth, got himself a reset. Man, are we really gonna start out with a long game like that? What was that? Boy just, I mean, it's a Feral Druid playing stealth games. You know what I mean? When you see a Feral Druid or a Rogue for that matter, like, you know you're gonna play out the clock, man. And Boy looks like he's one of those Pharaohs that's not really sustained focused. He'd rather be like very, very hit and run, but extra safe. And I feel like maybe sometimes people are way too safe for their own good. Sometimes you just have to take that risk because you're just running out the clock and not really giving yourself a winnable situation. Grippa trying to stay aggressive. He knows the dampening is super high. Gouge to the Kavi is able to force out big defenses out of the guy without even really going in for a full stun. So Kavi got nothing at this point. Kid the shot. If only he had a wall for this right here, but it's just going to be the Rogue slicing right through him fairly quickly with Call of Duty going to be up next as a balance druid. Try to see if he can just dot up Grifka. He needs to get aggressive. He needs to start forcing CDs out of Grifka. We are pretty high into dampening, so Grifka is going to be pressured to rotate Cloak of Shadows, rotate himself with a vanishes as well. Trying to go for a setup versus Call of Duty. He's just trying to counter with a Barkskin disarm onto Grifka for just a second. He's trying to see if he can get himself a little bit more damage over time, because that's actually quite a good portion of Balance Druid's damage overall. It's going to be a full root. Grifka catches himself a reset, but the dots is still on him. Unless the man wants to go for Cloak of Shadows, it should still get him out in the open either way, though. Doesn't pick up the eyes, or try to at least. It looks like he tried to pick up eyes, but they just didn't get picked up. Shadow Strike tried to go for a kick. Does give Call of Duty a bit of an immunity. As long as you just get hit with a kidney shot, you might be okay. Try to see if you can dodge him. That's going to be cheap shot by the Rogue Chicken to follow. Call of Duty trying to go with a bit of a bear form. And that's going to be that Heart of the Wild. But I don't know if he can really do much for you. Cloak of Shadows for Grifka, so you can remove the Fairy Fire off of him. Knockback, not going to do anything. Does try to see if he can get himself, I think, a shot him out just now. There's going to be a bit of regrowth for Call of Duty. The Rogue wants to get in there. Going to be full. Vanish to follow. Try to go for a heal. Into an interrupt. I think it might be over. Dampening just so high. Judy though, wait a second. Oh my god. The trinket though. Hold on. I feel like Grifka might have trolled that one. This gives Zivy an opportunity, and every other person over on team 2 an opportunity to deal with the Rogue now that he's trinketed. Oh no. I feel like, I know he really wanted to kill him, but I feel like a rupture would have gotten him. You know what I mean? Maybe that'll pay off. Maybe Grifka won't be punished by it. But right now, Zivy, as well as Jayhawk and Trix, while the trinket is down, they all have an opportunity. Gonna be a sap immediately by Grifka, trying to see if he can get himself an opener. Zivy could maybe trinket himself as well. It is really high into dampening, so I don't really know how much healing he could do. Trinket real late stun to Grifka. Got himself full PI disperse. That's a big cooldown commitment. He needs to maximize the damage, he needs to maximize the value of the PI. Trying to go for a quick heal. The fastest heals in the world, gonna be quick interrupt. Fury to follow, not interrupted on it. Still has PI, could potentially make something happen. Big Void Eruption. Grifka, does he have an out? He does have advantage. Silence to follow. Gouge though. Siphon with a Shadow Fiend. If this were you would have wished you had a disperse. Grifka's taking a bit of damage. Hold on, cheap shot by Zivy. Oh no, wait, you still not in. Wait a second, both Trix as well as Jayhawk right out. Which one of you is it going to be? Is it going to be Trix? It looks like it's Trix. It looks like it's Trix. I think Jayhawk is just going to give him the floor anyway. Whatever happens there. But Grifka does catch himself a bit of a reset. I feel like that might have been a bit of an overcommitment to cooldowns. Maybe just absolute panic by the priest. But when you have a Rogue to slap you down with so much burst in the opener, I think you're just going to press everything all at once, and you're not going to get yourself out of the disperse at all. I feel like there, you just got to either commit a trinket early, gets the seal onto the Rogue, that or just disperse the go before it even like ramps up on you. As soon as you see the secret technique, just disperse it. Reduce the damage. Trix taking lots of huge hits. Mortical onto Grifka. No trinket for a while. Does he get himself the pets and the damage? He's just going to bail out of there. Wait no second. Oh, what? Trix is just played it super defensive. Doesn't lazy get a pet onto Grifka. He has a cloak, has a vanish, so you can get out of the situation. That pet is actually doing a bit of damage though. Hold on a second. Trix needs to have an answer for this next go by Grifka. Getting a shot, you have a trinket, you have a wall. Maybe that'll be enough. I don't know if it will be. Do you have a stun for Grifka? Good cloak. He does cloak it. Trying to go for a tyrant. Is it going to be enough though? Maybe a second. Hold on. Hand to go down. No, Grifka doesn't taking you out. Oh my goodness. And he's got a trinket back up. I honestly thought him trinketing super early was going to be that aspect that was just going to punish the Rogue. But apparently not. Apparently it is a Rogue, isn't it? This is going to be Grifka catching himself a reset versus Jayhawk. Dude, Jayhawk, this is your chance, man. This is your chance, this Rogue. He is walking at you with no cloak, double vanishes available. Immediate blink, it's going to be Alter Time for Jayhawk. Trinket while Alter Time is active. I think he was just very worried about that secret technique damage. Got himself the Arcane Orbs, trying to see if he can walk over at Grifka. Is going to trap him in that ring of frost, but it's going to be Shadow Strike to get him out of there. And cold immediately, going to be a missiles right after, Blind to follow, but it's going to be very short. Does Grifka go for a gouge? Said kidney shot, going to be a blink for Jayhawk. And then Grifka gonna go for a vanish immediately. Try to see if we can go for that shifting power. Holding on to the ice bucket until a little bit later. Right now, actually, we've seen, what is it, Seawork over on the NA do so well over on the Arcane. I feel like Jayhawk could do the same here versus Grifka. Fascos as well as Nalex. Gonna be Grifka without a cheap shot opener. So Jayhawk does go in for a blink really early. Trinket for Grifka. Does he have any outs? He does have his advantage still. Gouge or Jayhawk does go for the ice bucket. You're not gonna get much healing out of it. At some point, you're gonna have to get the Rogue back in combat. Oh no, he's going for the full reset. But you're barely resetting anything. You're not getting yourself a lot of health. Oh no. I feel like under any other circumstance where it's not a 91% dampening, definitely go for a full reset. But Jayhawk, I think, is going to end up paying the ultimate price here. Trying to go for Ring of Frost, catches the Rogue. Knocking him out in the open. Rogue has a Cloak of Shadows back up. You better do the most amount of damage. Cloak immediately, probably? Cloak does come out. You just got to live long enough. You just got to live a little bit longer. Do you have Invis? Anything? Cheap shot? Oh, no. Oh, no, Grifka. I didn't realize the man went for a 1v5. That was a big dampener game, wasn't it? Kavi did end up stretching that one quite long. Let's get us another one going here, boys, yeah? Uno más. My goodness. A long game off the bat. I feel like Kavi would have actually been able to go for a proper like 1v3, 1v4 maybe, if he didn't take... I feel like the longer he took, the worse it got for him, because he's a druid, right? You don't want to play around dampening. You would have... I think it would have leveraged the fact that you can heal yourself, get in there, get as much offensive damage as possible, back away as soon as the cooldowns are up, but then you just gotta stay in there the entire time. You can't be playing hit and run. Even against a warrior, I feel like that should be an easy shoe-in, but the amount of healing that arms can do, especially with that second wind, you can't ever let your dots fall off of that guy if you are gonna be like, just tagging him from a distance. You just got... I feel like you gotta play that sustainability versus him. You know what I mean? Grifka's Dukes baddies next video right there. Chooch. What? Wait, it depends what you mean by baddies. If you mean baddies, then like they're bad players, probably not. If you mean baddies, like almost like in a compliment, you know how you call somebody a baddie in a compliment, I can maybe say something like that. Yeah, I don't like rogues in 1v1. Dude, rogues are not easy in 1v1. I had a kid in my lab, could not play 100%. Are you good? You good? Yeah, if you gotta go, Romaro, we can swap you out, or if you're good to go, let me know. Grifka, let me know if you got a 5-man. Romaro, let me know if you got a 5-man, or if you guys are missing anybody, let me know. I'll take over, help you out. How dampening Duke peeps? I don't know, dude. I do agree with you though. I don't like dampening games at all. This is why I like games where just go. And when you have classes like Feral Druids and Rogues taking like the sweet time, I guess for Grifka, that wasn't really his fault that the game went into high dampening, right? The game was actually going kind of... Could not play 100%. I was Feral, I can play, but I think we lost SP. Okay, toss me an invite and we can swap a guy out. I haven't late to watch, but let's see how the EU boys and gals are doing today. What's up, Patreon? My man. Yo, EU usually just comes in and slaps it, man, for the last couple of weeks. I don't have the patience for players like Kobe. Dude, so you gotta... I guess a Feral Druid, I think you have to play around the eyes. Especially if like they're just gonna go for a hit and run. If you were watching that match, both the Warrior and the Paladin got the Feral super low. They just didn't commit. You have to get a proper stun setup. You can't just go for like a Stormbolt or a Hodge as they're rounding the bend. You have to hold your Hand of Freedom. He's gonna pop slows on you. Get your Hand of Freedom, pop wings, get some resources rotated, then stun him once you have summon, and then you just get him, once you have no trinket, full stun, you already have Crusade built up and rolling, and don't even throw your Wake of Ashes into the nether for no reason. Save it for the Feral Druid. He's going to take so much damage, and if you just use the Hand of Freedom to stay ahead of him, or literally with him, because you know he's going to sprint away, if you can just stay with him long enough, he's dead. It's over. He dies pretty quickly. We'll get another one going, yeah? Let's do a Black or Cold, because I feel like Blade's Edge. Yeah, it's Blade's Edge. What are you going to say, right? I do like Blade's Edge, though. Where are you from? Originally Russia, Maximilian, is that what it is? Originally Russia, man. Originally that Ural Mountains area. But I've been living in NA more than I've been living in Russia. I don't even consider myself Russian as much. I consider myself more American than anything, honestly. You know what I mean? It's just you get past a certain point where you're like, when you speak to the people, right, from the same country you were born in, and you just have a harder time relating than people that born in US. You know what I mean? I have more in common with people in US nowadays than people from my motherland. It just happens, you know what I mean? I haven't gone there in like a long while, man. Long while. But yeah. Let's get us another going though, boys. I do remember a little bit of Russian. I speak a little bit. If somebody in chat starts speaking to me in Russian, I do try to respond in Russian as best as I can. Because a lot of the times, not even like only Russians are in chat that speak Russian. It's like usually a lot of people in that whole Slavic region, countries around it as well. Because a lot of them do end up like learning Russian, like naturally, just living in the area. Let's get this up and running, boys. Switch. Zivy getting a chance to go first over for the team too as a Shadow Priest. I do like the Shadow Priest like shadow form because you won't notice it, but it's actually in shadow form. That's a priest in shadow form. He doesn't look like there's much of a shadow form, but if you see like there's slight shades here and there, that's it. I do like that version because you can actually see the mods that appreciate it. Fasco's gonna be first up. Immediate silence as Zivy popping up all the pets. Gonna be a Siphon, Inferno slamming down. It's gonna be full mind games, but I think the Warlock is just gonna be able to tank up, trying to see if he can slam big stuns into Zivy. It's a question: do you press the spurs ready? You're taking big cannonballs back to back, able to heal up quite a bit. Void Torrent to fall in a way to interrupted, but then there's gonna be a Darkblade joining in. As long as you can dodge Darkblade, you might be okay. There is also portals opening up on you. Is gonna go for the disperse as he's expecting the heat to just keep all increasing. Fascos does hit him with a fear while a reflect is up, trying to see if he can hit him with a shadow crash. I don't know if that connects, and that dark glare is not going to feel good at all. Does himself a stun for the cannonball, but that's going to be fast bolts back to back. Oh, the fast bolts. Once you build up a little bit of resources and you can get them back to back like that with a blasphemy, oh, it's over. Kavi Boy opening up immediately with an incarnation. Gonna be Mortal, but Fast Skills might be in a bad of a spot. Is gonna have to wall this one with a Spore Cloak defensive rocket for him. Trying to see if he can blast. Kavi Boy is gonna be a big crystal explosion as he tethers it to it. As Kavi Boy just trying to see if he can bark skin and then keep the pressure rolling. Quick Fear, Chaos Bolt. Does Fast Skills get himself big combos? Gonna be Portals joining in. Kavi Boy having to go for big healing, massive defensive with a Heart of the Wild. Trying to see if he can end Fast Skills real quick with a couple of bites here and there. This is where Fast Skills really would stay out of Mortal Coil or something, anything. Trying to go for a stun, maybe Fear. Last second, you need a heal right now. Oh, but the bleeds though, the bleeds do take it down with Nalix. Trying to see if he can just take down Kavi Boy before the man has had a chance to recover. Trying to go for a Cyclone. Does he get interrupted? Properly interrupts it. Wall's gonna be down. Kavi Boy might be in a bit of trouble. Leave for Nalix into a charge into something. No. To the next skin right after. Does not want to let the Feral out of his sight. And now he's gonna have to be going after a bunch of these castles now. Call of Duty. First up, immediately, Nalix is going to be able to break out on stun fairly quickly due to DR's Call of Duty. Trying to see if he can bail out of there. Trinket immediately off of that shockwave. For Nalix, he's actually doing kind of okay. Got himself a big defensive in case he's in trouble. Has himself plenty of stones to lock down the druid. And has himself the charge to intercept him together with the root on top of it. Full root by Call of Duty, though, with the silence on Nalix. Does actually silence out some of the warriors' damage. Blasted him out with Star Swords back to back. Nalix looking to catch up a little bit of healing. Missing that intro, but he should be mostly okay. Call of Duty using that flap in order to create some bit of distance. Nalix has caught up a lot of health. I like the Mog, by the way. I really do like the Mog. The weapons too. I feel like the Mog and the weapons not really fitting because they're just from two different events, but they also kind of have like the same similar feel. I don't really know. Gonna be a stun Call of Duty. Not feeling that good. Not a lot of defenses left. Man has to go for Heart of the Wild. Does he have any survivability? He needs to go for some kind of CC onto Nalix. Roots, anything would help you. Because Nalix is just shredding right through a bash. Maybe that gives you a bit of a breather as Call of Duty trying to see if we can bail out of there. Nalix looking pretty good so far. Mog looks great. Health looks great. Cooldowns are coming back up little by little. Quick Disarm doesn't have to worry about it a little bit. Fear onto Call of Duty just to keep him control for a little bit. Defensive stance for a second. Definitely want to swap out from defensive stance into full offensive stance at some point whenever we go for big bursts. Judy trying to get himself out of this situation. Maybe has incarnation by the looks of it. Quick charge by Nalix as he gets knocked back. Trying to see if he can stay ahead of the Druid as best as possible. Judy needed something, but a big slammer by Nalix just ends up juicing the guy entirely. With Jayhawk Wizard gonna be up next. We've seen Arcane Mages and Warriors pull off duels versus each other, but it's going to be Nalix trying to see if he can get aggressive with a Trinket. Going to be a freeze by Jayhawk. Not much you can really do in that situation. Might just want to go for defense, maybe a leap away. Reflect definitely going to need to be used. Stun onto Jayhawk really early. Does go for a blink. This is what Nalix is just going to try to stay as aggressive as possible. Big touch with magic slapped on him though with the missiles to follow. Does get himself one little reflect. But Touch of the Magic is going to do quite a bit of damage. Does go for a little bit of healing with a Warlock Hellstone from his team Warlock. As Jayhawk tried to see if he can get himself barrages around the corner. He just needs to get on top of Alex and maybe get some damage in. Breath to Follow needs to get himself a proper poly, and at some point he just might have to wait until he gets himself full of big bursts available. Trying to see if he can just wait this out with a Arcade Blast. Could be Nalix just leaping right over it. Does not want to deal with any of the major CC whatsoever. Does have plenty of charges, and it looks like he has himself plenty of mobility to counter and stay on top of Jayhawk as best as possible. The only question is, will he have the survivability? Because he has pretty decent uptime on Jayhawk, but that is an arcane mage. You got all the time, you got yourself normal blinks, you got yourself that back blink ability, what's it called, displace. So you got yourself leap, 2 charges. If you can use those to deal with his all the time blink, then the reverse blink, and then second blink that he gets from reversing in a blink, I mean, it's just a lot to deal with when it comes to a mage. Plus, whenever you close the gap, roots, breath, that's a lot of CC for you to deal with. As Jayhawk trying to see if he can go for big damage right now. Nalx does have big defense too, trying to use his mobility to stay on top of Jayhawk as best as possible. I don't know if a reflect would help you in this situation. Try to go for defensive stance. That's a lot of touch and magic damage is built up right now. Could be pretty bad. Nalx trying to see if he can put pressure on Jayhawk. Does try to go for an intro, but this is critical connect. It's going to be big. Barrage is barely alive. Does get himself a little bit of healing. Jayhawk still has himself one more blink, and Nalx is just out of options entirely into a route to follow. Try to see if he can get whatever damage he can, but the barrages and the X-Can barrage cleaves are just going to cleave this boy in two. With Forkbeard being up next, try to see if he can catch up to Jayhawk, but it's going to be yet another warrior. And Fury Warriors at least had some survivability. Forkbeard, even less survivability than the other guy. Does have himself a charge, could go for a lot of damage. Does a better burst though. I will say this, Arms Warrior does have a little bit better, punchier burst than that of a Fury Warrior, which is more about sustain. It does definitely have quite a bit of like pressure out of nowhere, but not nearly as much as what an Arms Warrior can pull off in an ideal situation. Jayhawk just trying to see if he can buy himself a little bit of time. Forkbeard looking to maybe pick up the eyes in case the mage goes for an invis. I don't necessarily know if you really needed eyes against a mage, because I don't really know if it's worth picking up the 5% damage taken. I guess a mage in particular. I guess a rogue, feral druid, I'd do it. I guess a mage, because the only invis like once in a blue moon, really. And you're an arm, so you can put a bleed on them, which would make it easier. Going to be big touch of the Magi. Jayhawk trying to see if he can blast out damage on the Forkbeard. He may have to pop some defenses here. Big damage built up. Oh my god, this is exactly what I was talking about. I don't think, was that even burst? I don't think it was even burst. I think the man just put up a touch of the Magi with a couple more missiles to follow. A bunch of blasts, and that's it. Just ran circles around the guy. Children's going to be up next. Pop and Crusade immediately. Jayhawk is going to have to be very, very careful. The one thing that mages do have an advantage of over paladins, I mean, not Spell Warden, that's just full immunity, but the fact that they can just yoink that Hand of Freedom is pretty good. Jayhawk does get himself into an invis, Poly onto Children, just trying to wait out the Crusade and maybe even get himself a little bit of recovery. He does have the mobility, he does have the range, and he has himself plenty of burst, which is probably going to force out another immune shot Children pretty early on. And now the Hand of Freedom, if you can spell steal it and then over the guy, hit him with a slow, it's going to be great. It's actually even gives you movement speed, since most paladins run the movement speed Hand of Freedom anyway. With missiles to follow, as the Shield of Vengeance is up, Jayhawk better be very, very careful with himself, trying to go for big touch magic, but you should be aware the paladin get quite a bit of range damage. Is going to go for an Ice Block, as it is a lay in hands, but Chilji is not out of the woods just yet. That's still touch of the magic, does a bit of damage. But Jayhawk at this point does have a lot of burst right now, and that is your forbearance ability. You will not be able to use one for another while. As long as Children, maybe he can get himself a bit of pressure versus Jayhawk. Doesn't quite connect with it, Wake of Ashes, but a mad burst out of Jayhawk. Children needs something right now. He's trying to see if he can get ahead of Jayhawk as best possible. Barrages to follow. Is it going to be enough? Jayhawk needs an angle. Children just needs a bit more survivability. Bubble coming up very, very, very soon. Can Jayhawk end them before the bubble's up? There goes the bubble. Jayhawk just needs to live a little bit longer. Children not going for recovery whatsoever. Jayhawk should be able to maybe give himself a little bit of health recovery. Trying to go for an invis. Poly him? No, you don't want to poly him right now. Actually, trick it. Breath. No, don't poly. Wait, you're gonna let him heal. Wait, no, you're not. Wait, no, you're not. You got yourself the Master Shepherd talent. You don't let him heal while they're polyed. Touch of the magic, big missiles. That's over. Oh my god. Oh, that is so good. And Grifka does end up stealing, snuffing out the mage's win right there. He just scored himself 3 back-to-back, and he wasn't going to let it happen any further. Trick is going to be up next versus Grifka. Last one left. The two of them going to have to fight one another. With Grifka, I think, normally Demonology Warlock has an advantage in these kind of duels, but I feel like Grifka... Tricks, did you just pop a trinket? Do you just shadow meld? This man is getting aggressive with Grifka. I kind of like it, but I feel like against a rogue and demonology, you may not want to do that. Does go for a stun. Grifka is going to get himself a reset anyway. But Trix did not burn a... he'd burned a defensive. He burned a trinket. He's still holding on to a tyrant. Shadow mode was used. He's kind of walking almost like he's trying to see if he can find Grifka, as if he knows where he's at. Eyes are picked up. Maybe he could use the pet to stun Grifka before his go? Potentially. No, never mind. Stun onto the pet, kidney shot onto Tricks, could go for the cheap shot again. You're literally gonna cheap shot the pet just to make sure that thing is locked down while Tricks is locked down? You're kidding me, Grifka. Blind off of that gouge. He's just trying to see if he can make it out like a bandit. Tricks, do you have the mobility? Do you send the pets at the guy? I should still be up, right? Do you see him? Or is that not, or is he unseen again? I feel like I should still be up, wouldn't it be? I guess they're not. Tricks otherwise I think would have sent the pet at the guy. Triggs better have an answer for this next go. He does have Dark Pact. Cheap shot. Do you have anything? I think it might be over. Maybe. Hold on a second. Dark Pact. Oh. Dark Pact did come back up last second. I don't even know if that could have helped you at that point. My goodness. J-Hawk does come in. Slamming 3 warriors. Oh, 3. 2 of them are warriors. 1 of them is a paladin. 3 melees, I guess. Yeah. Well done. Well done. Let's see if we got groups. And we'll get another going, yeah? Uno mas. Yo, boys, anybody know if Krager is streaming? If Krager is playing? Or if anybody want to go and ask Krager if he wants to join Duels by chance? Anybody? That'd be awesome. I would ask him, but I feel like I ask him every single week, and I, at this point, feel like I bother him. Ready? We're ready? Okay, we can get another one going. Yeah, pallets are annoying. I'm here to play a bit. Can I join, mate? Yeah, as soon as we got a spot open, idle, I'm down. I get depth 38. I hate playing against this palette. Man, it's all good, honestly. It's all good. Lock left. Hold on. We do have a spot. We do have a spot. Hold on a second. Oh. Sure. Want to find friend Morty? Morty. Alright, sure. Okay. That's cool. I'm cool with that. Sorry, we had a spot open and then they invited a homie. And I don't want to kick a homie or nothing. So we're just gonna run this and we'll rotate. The night is young, chat. We're gonna have plenty of rotations for duels. I miscollect Lay on Hands there. All good, all good. I think Lay on Hands was not a bad play though, honestly. I was going for the Hellstones. I think that Lay on Hands was actually a decent play, honestly. It looked fine. Have some hype to try some M100 too bad after I'll join. Sounds good. As soon as we got a spot open, we'll get you guys in here, yeah? So you guys got QKL and Morty. Well, you guys got 2 people swapping in. All right, Kobe, that sounds good to me. What about team 1? Hopefully they got still 5 men. If not, maybe we could back out, get Ida real quickly. Get you in these real quick. I just got asked to playing Devastation in a 16 key. I mean, look, whenever I see an evoker in my keys, I just tell him, hey, you can play Dev, you can play AUG, you can play whatever you want on my guy. I just tell him, like, you can play whatever you want, especially Link in the 16, man. It's like, come on, you know what I mean? But you know what they're expecting. They're expecting that AUG, man. Yeah, they're expecting that AUG. Yeah. Got ourselves team 1 missing a guy, but we've got team 2 together with Call of Duty. We got ourselves Coffee Boy as a Feral Druid, Jayhawk, Morty gonna be first up as a Fiery Mage, and QLK waiting his turn with that Frosty set. Children gonna be first up over for the team 2. Team 1. Big damage on Morty. Morty might be in a lot of trouble. Might need himself Icebox really early here as Children able to put in a bit of pressure and then secure himself at least a pretty big defensive out of Morty, but not really doing good on his health. Actually, look at that Mastery burn. It's doing quite a bit of damage. Morty backing up out of there. Just trying to see if he can go for a bit of damage of his own. Just needs something to end Children. Unless you got a bubble, he's still got a bubble. Still got probably Shield of Vengeance, maybe even a what's it called? Spell Warden. Gonna be Morty with the cheat death. The Children just takes him out. I'm not really sure what Morty was trying to do. I guess he just wanted to go in, pop combustion, cast a couple fireballs, like it's a PvE dungeon. Not enough though. As Children does play, switch over to a Blessing of Protection, actually. Not a bad choice, especially as he's going into the full bleed of QKL. The man is still able to get himself quite a bit of healing, even through the Blessing of Protection. Could Warrior maybe survive this? Children did end up using his big immunity. Warrior still got plenty of cooldowns available defensively and offensively as Avatar is rolling in together with that Rage Generation. Human Racial was used really early on though. As Children's just trying to see if he can send in the hammers. Is there enough bad judgment about Temple's verdict? Right? Final verdict, slamming down. He cast the judgment on the boy and sent him to the early grave. As Coffee Boy is going to be up next. It looks, wait, is it called Druid or is it Coffee? Hold on, wait a second. Whoa. Wait. Okay, Call of Duty's backing up out of there. I'm glad I caught that. And I'm glad that Call of Duty also caught that. I think maybe he was supposed to go first, or Coffee Boy. That was definitely confusion. Mad damage, children. Wait a second. Oh, wait a second. Coffee Boy almost went down. What was that? Big mortar coil sent in as Fasco's trying to see if he can take advantage of this situation. Stun into Coffee as he comes to a basket ready to go. Going to be portals joining in with a Chaos Bolt 1. Does he have a second one? Opening up even more portals for even more corrupting chaos damage as the Infernal. That's a quick Infernal, by the way. Coffee's not out of the woods just yet. Then Infernal is going to add quite a bit of extra pressure. Trying to go for an interrupt, doesn't quite connect. Trying to go for conflagrations. Coffee trying to go for regrowth, but that Infernal is not letting him do any whatsoever. Trying to see if he can go for CC on the Infernal wall to fall against himself with a little bit of shielding, but it's barely giving him survivability. Yet another portal right around the corner. You will not be able to dodge this whatsoever. Try to pick up a little bit of healing while Heart of the Wild is active. As Fasco's just needs himself one more global to take down Coffee. Maybe he go for a port. He would probably get an angle too if you did it. Oh wait, did you already port? Oh, he just ported and try to think. I think he tried to go for a soul burn port just to give himself that sprint. Try to see if he can maybe sprint over to Coffee, but will not be able to do it all that easily. Trying to go for a little bit of moonfires onto that pet, but it's going to be a mortar coil sent in. Fasco's looking to end you. Got himself conflagration 1, maybe 2. Coffee Boy, Barkskin available. It is going to be a portal attacking you for a little bit extra shadow damage over time. Not really going to let you catch any kind of easy resets whatsoever. As Coffee just going in for a quick stun, but wants to mostly back up out of there, retreat to a much safer position. As Fast trying to see if he can get himself over there with a conflagration, maybe a couple of bolts. But as long as Coffee can avoid this bolt, he'll be okay. And actually weighted out the dots, so he got himself a full reset. Fasco's got choices. He's either could just wait out for Coffee, and you know Coffee is going to use his fantastic ability to catch himself a bunch of healing around the corner. Fasco's is just too much expecting that the Feral is going to come to him. The Feral is kind of low. He's just going to be licking his wounds every single time. Wait, where's your port go? How? Okay, hold on. Your green port is way up above. Hold on, look at that. It's way up above. But your purple is down below. Is that even going to connect? Is that going to work? I don't even know. I think it'll work maybe one way, like downwards. But upwards? That'll be interesting. As Coffee try to see if he can get himself another hit and run fast kills. He got two choices. Either pick up the eyes and find the Feral, which I think is the best move. That, or you have to have the patience and you have to get yourself a proper setup. If you're going to put let Coffee open up on you, you have to make sure you're opening up in the right spot. Make sure that you're in a good position to maybe turn it around in the Feral. Standing next to a pillar, Feral's gonna come in, put bleeds, and you go back to that pillar. If you can control him with those fears and stuns, maybe that could happen. Stun to fall, get himself a bunch of portals, maybe a bunch of damage. Bonds to fail, the Feral has to make a play. He's gonna have to back up out of the basket to fall. The Feral doesn't have much places to go. It's gonna be a nice edge throw by Fascos. Try to go for the portal. Coffee Boy maybe he's in a good position. Bash throw onto Fascos. Does not have an intro for the Cyclone right now. That's gonna be root onto the pet, Cyclone to the Warlock, and Coffee Boy doesn't make an escape. For Fascos again, you gotta either pick up the eyes and find the Feral. That or bait him in a good spot where an opener from Feral would put you in a good position. You want to make sure that if you're gonna let the Feral catch a reset, let him come to you. Make sure he opens up in the most advantageous spot for you. And he tried dropping Feral, but Coffee dodged it entirely. Went to a mortal coil. Try to go for a fear. Doesn't quite connect. You definitely don't want to be playing around these pillars, man. These pillars. Every time you try to get a cast off, he just ends up rounding the bend last second. Whether in the mortar coil, whether just outrunning him. Portal by Fascos, trying to use whatever left of his Warlock's mobility, but Coffee just going in for hit and runs, a little bit of bleeds here and there. Does go for the Skull Bash. Fascos will one bolt, second maybe, maim to follow. Then it's going to be a Blasphemy join in. The man got himself another wall available. Fascos got himself a perfect setup. That is also going to be Dark Lair in the bridge though. So I don't know if that thing is actually going to be able to do much. Coffee's still taking a bit of damage. Is it still there? I thought I saw his tentacles for a second. Apparently not. But I guess he's just gone. Fascos just needs a little bit more damage. Coffee Boy, not a lot of health available. Does go for the Mortal Coil. Fear to follow. Is this where you get yourself a setup? Bonds of Fell. That's perfect. Big damage. Coffee, no hull whatsoever. Does he get to survive? The Portal 1's available. That's going to do a bit of damage to you. The bed is right next to you, so it's not going to let you get an interrupt unless you dodge it just like you did. Oh, but the conflagration doesn't have taken you out. Honestly, I thought the Feral would have that one at that point. I felt like that went long enough where the Warlock is just like losing out on a lot of his big offensives. Gotta be Call of Duty up next versus Fascos. Got himself reflect immediately. Fascos got to make a play versus Call of Duty. You can't let the dots really take you down. It is gonna be full burst out of Duty. Is it going to be also Dark Lair? Might be the bad spot. Fast kills need some survivability. Just needs to live, let the druid take himself down by casting it to you while the Dark Lair's up. More to call. Definitely want to go for Dark Back stun right after. Druid is not in a great spot. Bonzafell, I think it's just over. Wait a second. Oh my god. Oh, Fast kills does it. A blasted him out fairly quickly from one druid into the next. As Jayhawk is going to be up next. You definitely want to CC this mage as much as possible. Breath to follow will not be able to do anything with the pet. Maybe interrupt an Arcade Surge. Not bad. Jayhawk trying to see if he can get himself another CC setup. Knockback on you as well as the pet. Arcade Surge, you better have an answer for this one. Better CC him as best possible. Reflect is up last second. Does reflect a bit of those missiles back at the guy, but not into the Magi. Fear to follow. Is it going to be enough? I don't know if that's going to be enough at all. Barely surviving. Wait a second. Oh my god. Jayhawk does end up coming out on top there with full health and everything. Grifka out on the chase. Jayhawk better be careful. He should be aware that, hey, Grifka's in stealth. Forkbeard not running at you. Only one thing that can be true. Gonna be a Grifka up next with the breath. Immediate trinket. Trying to get aggressive with Jayhawk. Dampening isn't super high. So Jayhawk, if you go for Iceblock, you might be okay. Does block a secret technique. Able to catch up a little bit of healing at the very least. But the man is gonna have to play perfectly. The rogue still has immediately come out of the Ice Block. He immediately hits it with the sap. He's not gonna let you play the game at all. Gouge right after. Trinket really early. Really early. I would have probably saved that for the blind or something. Grifka trying to go for a bit of reset. Shadow Melt does have advantage back up. Cloak shot is available. Does have cheat death. Blind. Jayhawk better be extra careful here. I think he needs to go for as much damage onto the rogue. Cloak shot is really early. I don't know how you live this. I don't know how you survive right now. Your health is not looking all that good. You got to get CC onto the rogue. Polymorph off of the breath. Wait a second. Maybe something you could work. You're going to force a vanish out of the rogue. But a barrage? Nova? Anything? I don't know if you got anything left. Oh, that secret technique at the end. That secret technique. I feel like he almost has it every single time. But then it's just not quite Seawark levels of play. You know what I mean? Because I feel like whenever Seawark walks in, he just bullies rogues. It doesn't matter how experienced they are. With Jayhawk, it's just a little bit of a different situation. It's like he's so close. But then I think he ends up... I think honestly he's lagging most of the times. I think honestly, it just might... Because it feels like there's a bit of a delay with his abilities. Like every time he ice blocks, he like scoots. He like slides with it. Jayhawk or Grifka, do you need extra body? +1? Yeah, I noticed. Let me see if we can get you guys a +1 in there, yeah? Invite. Real quickly. Gonna need to help the other team real quick, and we are good to go. One left from our team. Yep, I noticed. I was wondering if you guys would get a +1. Pass me lead. There we go. Beautiful. We got a spot available, boys, if you guys want to join us for duels. Here we go. Group is listed. What's up? What's up there, Gray? How you doing, man? Hope you're having a good one. What's the 5v5 duels? Always chill. Let's go, dude. Hell yeah. Ida, let's get you in here, my guy. Let's get you in here. Trixit? Is that the guy that left, maybe? Was Trixit in that team? We can get you back in, Trixit, again at a later time, my guy. How'd that sound? We got Ida invited for now. If we get spots available, we can get you back in here. No worries, yeah? Alrighty. I think we are set. Yeah. Pick a lead, and we should be good to go. What arena do we do, boys? Chat, what arenas do you guys want to see? Because I'm going to do Tiger Speak real quick. What arenas do you want to see tonight? We got ourselves what? Hook Point. We got Dalaran Sewers. We got... What's it called? Lordaeron. Flashbang. What else is there? Don't say Tolveron. I'm trying to think of like other arenas that are small. Should we do Robodrum at some point? I feel like Robodrum... The pillars in Robodrum are a little bit too big. Where if you see like a Feral Druid or a Rogue play around those pillars, they're gonna have an advantage. Am I the only one that feels that way? Hi, what's up, Katie? Catayun? What's up? How's it going, fam? How's it going? Let's just go with Cat, yeah? Make it easier for me. I'm bad with names to begin with. Flashbang? Hell no. Yeah, dude. Dude, Flashbang is not that bad of an arena. It's just like... It's just super late, man. super late for you or you boys. I wish I would have added like a night mode version for it. You know how like Nagran has a day-night cycle, so does Nokadon? Like that one should have had a day-night cycle. But I know it's like it's an Tyrian area, Bastion, which is like permanently bright. But man, think of the light bill for that place, right? Children are going to be available over for the team 1 with Call of Duty over on the team 2 off the bat. Try to see if you can maybe play up against a Paladin. Can go for a lot of dot damage too as a balance druid. If you can go for a bunch of Moonfire, Sunfire combo, and then just go for a bit of damage from a distance together with druids can run circles around a lot of the melee. As children try to see if you can wait out for a better angle. I'd over on the team 1, ready to go with Grifka Forkbeard as well as fast kills. And it's going to be Drudy coming back in, full dots on the children, trying to see if he can stay mounted in order to give himself a little bit of that mobility, close the gap with Druid into a disarm immediately. Stun right after, as is going to get himself wings available into a big hammers up, into a trigger to follow maximum damage. That's going to be blasted out the Druid quite a bit. Spell Warden up real early though. Better maximize the value of that Spell Warden if that's what you're going to go for. Judy just trying to see if he can play it super safe. Waiting out until the immunity is over. Hand of Freedom is up for Tildra. Doesn't have to worry about the mobility whatsoever. Judy get himself a little bit of that mobility with the flap in between of the movements and stuff. As Children trying to get himself a setup. Disarm to follow right after. Judy got himself Heart of the Wild, so she'll be able to catch up a little bit of healing. Children no longer with the trinket. So for Judy, this may not be the worst situation. Gotta get a bubble out of the Paladin. But if you can do that from a distance together with dots, he'll be golden. Children no longer has himself the big Crusade Wings, trying to see if he can do whatever damage he can from range. Wake of Ash to follow, I think, barely, narrowly hitting the Druid. Doesn't have a line of sight, so for Druid right now, he's in a good spot. If he can just go for a bit of damage, Children got himself a Shield of Vengeance. He can't break himself out of the root all that easily. Next stun is going to be really deadly. Disarm, he's going to stun you either way though. It's going to be a basket right after. Children trying to see if he can maximize damage. We'll just have to bubble this at some point. As Druid, he still got himself Heart of the Wild. This is where you want to play as safe as possible. If you can wait out the bubble, you'll be okay. Children though doesn't want to make sure, he wants to make sure the bubble is as threatening as it can be. Cycle the last second. Druid does catch up a couple of regrowths. A Children no help whatsoever. Does the Druid take it right now? He has himself a good opportunity. Full dots are up. Got himself rats up and everything. Disarm to follow last second. Druid still kind of lowish on health. Blind to follow by the Paladin. Does he have any survivability whatsoever? Stun right after. Wait a second. Maybe the Paladin turns it around. Druid. Oh, wait a second. Oh my god. No help whatsoever. Does go for a heal last second. Bear form into Friends and Region. Trying to see if he can fight for his own survival. Still dots and proc damage is hitting Children either way though. Lay on hands last second to give himself a bit of recovery. And a hammer taking out Druid last. Oh my goodness. I felt like that one should have went to the Druid. But apparently the Paladin just kept it cool and collected. The lay on hands did give him just a little bit of survivability. But QKL just not gonna let it happen. Trinkets out of it. Just trying to see if he can make ready. Wait a second. Oh my god, he almost got him too. Wait a second. Was it Fascas that killed him at the end? Because the Paladin almost turned it around into the Warrior too. I guess he still had the Crusade Rings rolling there at the end, didn't he? That's crazy. Carvey Boy gonna be up next versus Fast Skills. The two of them fought each other. These two have been fighting each other a couple of times tonight. Fast Skills taking some serious bleeds right now. Just trying to see if he can control Carvey. Setting up a couple of ports. There goes the Infernal. Barskin for Carvey. He's gonna have to run out of the situation, but double bolts is gonna be lots of damage all at once. Oh my god, the man literally went to the brink of death. Trying to see if he can claw his way out of there. No Heart of the Wild used just yet. Just pop the wall. How do you stay calm and collected in that situation? Cyclone, it's going to get interrupted. Infernal going to add a little bit extra pressure. If Vasquez can get around the bend and just open up a couple more portals on him, is going to port literally on top of you. Bash, going to be a Trinket. War Stomp last second. Cyclone to follow. Does not have an interrupt for this one. And Carvey Boy looking for a reset. Still got himself an immolation, burning him for a little bit longer. But if he could wait it out just a little bit, he might be okay. Does actually end up catching himself a proper reset as a Rain of Fire comes down, trying to see if he can stay away from Fast Kills. Dropping down random Rain of Fire together with a Blasphemy, probably not the play. Kavi just gonna stay in stealth for a little bit. He is a little close to the guy, just a little close to him. As Fast Kills is gonna have to go for a mount up. Kavi definitely want to maximize the Heart of the Wild while you have it. I don't know when Kavi is going to have his bar skin, but I imagine it should be available next go. Mordecai, as fast as trying to see if he can juke a port sound before Kavi can get himself a proper stun. He's still going to be able to establish a maim onto the Warlock either way though, but the Dark Pact should be able to control a lot of the dot damage that he's trying to throw out at him into more chaos bolts flying out from the nether portals as Fast Kills got himself the weirdest camera angle, but also the most amount of damage onto Kavi. Kavi, I think, got himself a full root on the guy. I think it was. Trying to see if he can bail himself out of that situation. Maybe the pet interrupts him. The pet is gonna skip the guy in combat. Wait a second. Wait, why did your pet not keep it in combat? Huh? Wait, the pet interrupted you, but that doesn't put you in combat? Is this real? Is this real? The pet didn't even like walk over there to chomp the guy. He didn't interrupt him. I honestly thought that interrupt would be... I guess that doesn't put you in combat. Alright. Because this is not a night elf. He didn't shadow meld or anything. He didn't incarn stealth or anything. That was weird. More to call. Fear to follow. Fascals get Coffee Boy in a good spot. Bonza fell. Not gonna let you go anywhere. Chaos Bolt 1 into a second set of portals. Oh, but Coffee Boy still barely surviving it. Worst up, cycling onto the pet. Just trying to see if he can deal with that thing really quickly. Fascals just deals himself the fastest kill ever before Coffee Boy runs up the clock. The Nampin is going to start ramping up, and Fascals is going to be down on cooldowns. Popping himself a big defensive, though, with the Dark Pack. Coffee Boy trying to see if he can bail out of there. Does he have any dots on him? That's where the Fascals needs to get him back in combat. But he can voice it. Do you have enough for Rain of Fire? Oh my god, Coffee Boy is so good at escaping. He's actually so good at escaping. Trying to see if he can go back to the room. What is this cheese? He's literally just gonna go sitting down for mage food. Trying to see if he can go into prowl immediately. Yo, okay. Fast kills. Fast kills, he's right there. He's one prowl, but like, you know he's gonna sit down and eat food all the way. Like you must know that he's gonna maybe do that. There's a chance he's gonna do that. Oh no, I think... And you just popped another result. My goodness, this man plays like a rogue. Kavi needs a new main, dude. He needs to play a rogue. Double Vanish would do you justice. This is going to be a full fear. Kavi Boy trinkets on this one as Inferno comes down. Fasco's not in a great bit of health right now, though. Fear to fall into Kavi Boy. Just trying to establish the most amount of control onto the Druid. Big bolts either way, though. Dumps up a portal. This is where Kavi, I think, wants to just end the duel. Small little shield standing between him and the victory versus the Warlock. Does pick up a little bit of health. Chaos Bolt doesn't connect. Wall did not land his sided properly. Kavi Boy trying to see if he can bail himself out of this situation. Inferno's still chasing after him. Still got dots on him. That Inferno's going to be the end of you. Wait, how? How does Fast Skills come out alive here? Honestly, that Coffee Boy with a couple of resets that he did, it was over. The game is his. My goodness. Fast Skills, I guess you should never underestimate him. That or the Pharaoh is just not as strong as it can be. It's going to be Morty up next. Full freezes onto Fast Skills. Does drop down to Dark Glare. I don't think the Dark Glare is in reach though. Fast Skills might want to back up in order for Dark Glare to actually reach Morty. Got himself a bit of Reflect. Chaos Bolt to follow. Cannot really interrupt it. It's going to be one blast real quick. Flurries and Lances are doing quite a bit of damage. Does get himself an interrupt. It's going to be an interrupt back by the other pet. You definitely got to run it back towards the Dark Glare. Fast Skills not in a great spot right now. Definitely needs to go in a retreat, but the man is going to go down to a couple of shatters with Ida going to be next one left. Wait, oh, maybe him, Grifka. Wait, oh. Well, Ida is lagging, but I'm not really sure if he's going to be him or Grifka. Both of them are trying to be like nice to each other, like both confused. Is it Grifka next? I guess it's Grifka. Got himself a cheap shot onto Morty. Does have an answer. Big secret technique is going to do a lot of damage. I think about you. Did he block? Or did he just forget to block? I think he just... Maybe I was thinking, oh, that secret technique, that didn't hit my hard. And then two extra secret techniques come out and they're all crit. Is that what happened? Trinket immediately for Jayhawk. I don't think he even was able to connect with a breath or Grifka. I think it's just these mages are a little bit rattled right now. Their bones are being rattled by this rogue. Smoke Bomb immediately still got himself polyed. Does Jayhawk go for big burst right now? He could. He could force something out of Grifka. Arcane Surge, potentially big. There's going to be a Cloak of Shadows. Trying to see if he can maximize that cloak. This is where Jayhawk just wants to see if he can bail out of that situation. Don't be anywhere near the rogue. Wise got himself Cloak of Shadows. Cheap shot to follow. Do you have anything for this one? Ice Block. Into a Nova? Into a Arcane Orb? Should get Grifka out in the open, right? Shifting power right after. You need to play Nether Tempest, I think, against a rogue. I think if you play with another Tempest, Jayhawk, that's probably going to give you so much more viability here. Especially versus rogues. If you could just put a dot on him, he's never gonna escape. He's never gonna be able to get out of there. I think that's the ability you're missing in your magey equation. As it's gonna end up picking up itself eyes. If you can maybe blink over to Grifka, trying to see if he can get an next to the guy, but the breath completely misses. Trying to see if he can go for that reverse blink. Shadow Strike as Grifka avoids everything. The Nova, the Arcade Orb, big damage. Secret technique to follow Jayhawk. I wish he had an ice block here, right? Yeah, that's rough. How did Fast Skills live there as long as he did? Also, how many kills do you even have? I don't even know. I don't even know how many kills he's got. I have no idea. Unfortunate. Let's get us another one going here, chat, yeah? Uno mas. I didn't get to play? Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. Honestly, sometimes it'd be like that. But it's okay, we got more games that we're gonna be playing. The night is still young. I killed the warrior. Is that what happened? Dots in a wake of ashes? Can you show me like... Is this details like... Yeah, 1D seed? Okay, I can help. Can you show me like... Does details show like kills? Does details show kills? Like... Because I mean, it looks super close. I would just like some kind of confirmation through an add-on or whatever. You know what I mean? Okay, so fast skills is gone? Or is it just switching over? Okay, well, I'm gonna guess that fast skills may be gone. Fast skills, if you come back in, my guy, we can get you in. We got a spot open over in Team Grifka if you guys want to join in. Or rather, if you don't want to play against Grifka, you can join in. Get me in, Tara. We can get you in, my guy. We got a spot open right now. My heals are fairly so low. I had to take Mage Food CBA, but a lot killed more than me. Dude, it is rough, isn't it? I think, we don't see a lot of Pharaohs in duels nearly as much as we used to. But honestly, I don't know, just something in my brain, something in my gut says, oh, Troop, we can get Troop Monkey in here. I'm cool with that. Yeah, let's get him in. Sure, I like my Paladin Wake. No, not Wake of Ashes, but like, if you have a details, like the add-on details, the tracks damage meter, like a damage meter add-on. If there's like a setting in the damage meter add-on that can track like your kills or overkills. If it tracks and it says your Wake of Ashes overkilled the warrior, then yes, that kill is yours. Otherwise, it's hard to tell. No. I would need like the details, like the whatever damage add-on you use. I guess SATA or recount or details, a damage add-on that tells you yes, you were the one that overkilled the enemy, kind of deal. That's like the only way you could really tell, yeah. Or maybe like if they just capture like frags. I know that details used to capture, or maybe recount used to capture frags. How many kills, confirmed kills you got in the BG, like during the early days, like early Cataclysm and stuff. And people really cared about like HKs, honorable kill, being the guy that landed the last one. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. All right, we got group with Grifka. Do we need more for? We're ready. Awesome. But yeah, we'll probably need more bodies if more people are popping out of the night. We usually have people rotating stuff. I don't care about that. Yeah, I would have no idea where to find it either. I know they used to have it on details or recount. I don't remember if they still do. Yeah, but I guess if you look up like damage and see if you overkill them, that would probably do it too. Yeah. Let's do Lordaeron. Is that right? Hope I got it right. I can't spell Lordaeron. Lord Iaron. Hopefully I got it right. Yeah. But yeah, Charles, if you're not in for this one, we'll definitely get you in for the next one, yeah? 2Y is fine, just sub you before. All good, Kato. All good. Oh, Katya? Kata? I messed up your name really badly. I'm Troop Monk. Perfect. Or except for me then. Is it queuing? Or is Runes of Lordaeron not working for the day? Runes may not work. Well, never mind. I stand corrected. But there it is. Incredible. Troop is crazy good. You know, when I saw the name Troop Monk, it kind of rang a bell. I don't remember exactly what bell, but it did ring a bell. You know what I mean? But yeah. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Let's get us another going here, boys, yeah? Uno mas. Switch. Let's try a different song in the mix. Oh, that's a good one. Not really. Oh, that's a good one. That's a long one. We got Forkbeard over for the team 1 as an arms warrior, ready to go. The Dark Iron. I like the Paladin said you gotta go on. You're a warrior. Look at Pala. Grifka ready to skulk around. We got us a Troop Monk joining back in. A name that I find familiar, but I don't know exactly where I heard it. Children on that team as well as Ido and a Marksmanship Hunter. And they're sending Grifka first? Oh no. QKL. Try to see if we can get Grifka out in the open. Going to be immediate secret technique off the bat. The man is at least in defensive stance. And the warrior is going to go for the human racial. Maybe a little bit too late or early. Definitely the weird timing. That's going to be Reflect. If you're going to pop Reflect, you definitely want to use it during secret technique. Because that shadow damage, you can at least reduce it. You will not reflect rogue shadow damage. But part of that secret technique is pure shadow damage, and reduce it by 20% is a godsend. Over on the team 2, we also got us Morty in the back as a Frosty Mage. We got Arcane Mage Jayhawk with Cowboy Boy in the Pharaoh, as well as Call of Duty with a kidney shot onto QKL. The man is just getting blasted out, needs a heal. Oh, but the Eviscerate just punctures right through. The man was out of defenses. Offensively, he was still ready to go. Defensively, not gonna happen. Knock back onto the rogue. Call of Duty get hit with a gouge. Got Grifka out in the open for just a second. Well, should not have a kidney shot for a while. Blind, dude, trinketed. I don't think I do, right? But the rogue should not have the calm points for a kidney shot, will he? No, just a sap. Just goes for a reset. For Call of Duty, that might not be the worst situation, but I think Grifka just gonna wait it out a little bit until another kidney shot is gonna be up and running. As Judy, man, they just needs a little bit of dot damage onto this rogue. He needs to maintain max range, full dots, and I think Grifka, he would have to use up a lot of his cooldowns just to deal with it. Bash immediately onto Grifka, does not have a trick anymore. That's where Judy is trying to maximize the damage. Just from immediately so as Grifka closes the gap. Into route to follow, does go for not a Cloak of Shadows. Still dotted them, still taking quite a bit of damage. Was that a Shadow Mode? No, I think it was just advantage. Got himself big secret technique. Druid with a bar skin ready to go. Cloak of Shadow is still ready for Grifka, but he's got himself so much recovery inside of the Shadow Dance to go with Sipping Up. The man is doing okay. It's into a trinket out of Druid. Gouge to follow, does not have a blind right after, and it looks like your phase spirits are going to keep the rogue in combat. The man is not going to be able to catch a reset. Hopefully, unless the spirits just like they attack you, but they still will let you catch a restealth, which would be unfortunate. Judy tried to stay on him as best as possible, trying to force a trinket out of the rogue. Disarm immediately. Is there still spirits around him? Into a dot, a route to follow. Smoke bomb right after. Judy can at least go for a little bit of a reheal. Needs to get Grifka out in the open, potentially trying to go for a bit of a knockback, but that's going to be a stun by the rogue. Has himself a big go. Judy may not be in a great spot. It's going to be a cheap shot right after. Sprocloak barely keeping him alive. Judy needs to use some cooldowns right now. Renewal maybe the play. I think already used that a lot earlier. Trying to go for a clone to the rogue. Trinket into an interrupt right after. Judy, not in a great spot, into an eviscerate. The rogue took his chance and not want to let this guy out. It's going to go for immediate advantage as it looked like Morty ran out to pop cooldowns. But so is Coffee Boy. Huh. I wonder which one of you guys was supposed to be first, which one's supposed to be second in that lineup. But for Grifka, either way, because of the confusion, I think the Druid as well as the Mage kind of pulled back, and Grifka kind of getting caught out in the open by Kavi. Immediate trinket out of the Druid. Grifka has himself a blind. Wait, the bleeds are huge though. Cloak of Shadows to remove those. Kidney shot onto Kavi. Does go for a bar skin. Secret technique just ripping right through the Druid. Bar skin barely keeping you alive, which is still somewhat sturdy. Into a restone onto the rogue. Got himself evasion right after. Had himself a blind in case everyone wants to use it. This is where you get yourself thorns. Blind right after. Grifka may just die right now. Cheat death. Let's live this. Coffee Boy is in a good spot. He could end the rogue right now. Gouge right after. Thorns is still up in the guy. Do you have a kidney shot ready? This is where you need a kidney shot. Does get a kidney shot last second. Trinket. Or maybe no, just no DR. Just a very DR. Oh, kidney shot was so DR, but it didn't matter. Grifka sneaks in. A big secret technique slapping the Druid upside the head. My goodness, the amount of bursts this rogue could go through. It's just unbelievable. Just give him a chance, give him a second, and it doesn't even matter. As Grifka trying to see if he can buy himself, just put himself in a hole somewhere away from society. As Morty is going to be up next. This man at least got himself some cooldowns back up, full invis. Does he want to pick up the eyes to find the rogue? Honestly, may just want to, man. May just want to. As Morty looking to get himself an eye, Grifka is just out and about scouting. Morty actually could potentially find him, but Grifka's fast on the draw, potentially sap right here. Kidney shot instead. Blink immediately for Morty. At least got a Nova onto Grifka. There's going to be a full burst available. Grifka trying to see if he can go for a bit of reset. Blizzard is going to keep him actually contained inside of the smoke bomb. Has himself a step in case he needs to. Morty better make a play right now. He's trying to go for even more blizzards over Grifka. Flurry to follow. Does he have himself a go? Blink maybe? Knockback, Shadow Step for Grifka, just have a kidder shot. Blink is going to be available. Morty with a Ring of Frost. Is it going to be enough? The Grifka with a Vanish. Needs to get the rogue out. Does he get him? Oh, no. No, Morty. Oh, man. I'm surprised Morty decided to put Blizzard on top of the ring. Maybe he thought he trapped the rogue, but there's no way, man. There's no way. With a Vanish, is going to sneak out of there immediately. Almost had him. If only he just, like, plays that Blizzard forward instead of, like, right on top of himself, I think it would have been okay. He's still not on the woods just yet, though. Big secret technique does a lot of damage. As long as he presses Ice Block, he might be okay. But Grifka is able to force cooldowns on a Morty. He needs to find a way to turn this around on a rogue and give him the answer. Otherwise, Grifka is probably going to go for a complete domination here. Blizzard immediately Ring of Frost into a full freeze. Maybe this could be a good go. If he can combine that together with the Ring of Fire, that actually is a really good combo. Blizzard, Frozen Orb, and Ring of Fire together, especially if you can do it from distance. You don't even need to have line of sight of the guy. If you could just go from like behind the pillar, you're golden. Grifka trying to see if he can just surround the edge there to get himself a reset Blizzard, but it doesn't quite connect. Still though, Grifka is still got tagged either way. Knockback, but it doesn't really go far. Cheap shot, maybe big damage. Morty will need a big defensive. Have himself a second Ice Block in case things go really bad. Try to see if he can back up out of the Ice Block as Grifka does end up closing that gap. I think you definitely want to wait until the rogue uses secret technique and then Ice Block that. If you can force out that big cooldown out of him, I mean, that'll be huge either way. Morty trying to go for Ring of Frost is going to be interrupted immediately into a freeze onto Grifka. We potentially give Morty an opportunity. Get himself Ring of Frost around him into a full Frozen Orb onto Grifka. Does get rid of him out in the open. As long as you maintain those AoEs onto Grifka, you might actually be in a decent spot. Get a shot. Does have a trinket for this one. Nova does not quite connect. Secret technique this way. You want to make sure you have some infrared shields at the last second, but the Viscer's just ripping right through the guy. And Grifka does not let him out of his sight with a blind immediately onto Jayhawk. Vanish. I am surprised you dodged that Arcane Orb last second, by the way. I am surprised, but a good blind force a trick out of Jayhawk really early. And Grifka is still living this duel with 2 vanishes available with the Cloak of Shadows within 30 seconds. Honestly, if you go super aggressive with those vanishes, that cloak is going to be cut down and cooled down so fast, you're going to be okay. As Jayhawk looking for the rogue, he didn't pick up eyes, but he's kind of looking into the room. He really thinks Grifka is in there, huh? But Grifka is just hanging out by the tombstone. If you still have eyes, you definitely want to get the rogue tagged up. Cheap shot immediately, blink into a killer shot. Rogue knows exactly what he needs to do. That's going to be Jayhawk. I think using the reverse blink or just second blink. Is that what that was? Breath of Grifka got himself a poly. Jayhawk needs to make a play. It's going to be trinket out of Grifka really early. Ice Block out of Jayhawk, able to force a lot of stuff out of the mage, put him in the defensive stance while he's on a back foot. This is where as a rogue you want to play the pressure. Vanish was used, has himself a cloak. Honestly, probably should use cloak then Vanish in this situation, I think, just to make sure rotating cooldowns in full value. Jayhawk just going in to pick up eyes, got himself Ring of Frost, wants to see if he can maybe find the rogue. But he knows the rogue ain't going to be over there. He knows the rogue ain't going to be over there. He's hanging out by the tombstone, trying to see if he can wait out until a good angle, trying to see if he can charge out. Shadow Strike, Nova does separate the two for a second. Cloak of Shadows really early on. If Jayhawk can just live this a little bit longer, he might maybe be okay, but I think it's over. The Viscerates just ripping right through him. The man is out on a murder spree. Did not want to give these castles a chance. And they're all gone ski. My goodness. Let's get us another one going here, boys, yeah? Uno más. Should we put Grifka on the back foot? Should we just put him on the cleanup duty chat? Because I feel like Grifka, I mean, this is his arena. He's enjoying this right now. EU. Maybe we should put Grifka on like a cleanup duty. Let everybody else get a chance to play. Had a blizzard bug. Could have killed a rogue. Couldn't press my berry heal at all. Are you expecting to frenzied? Or you mean like berry heal? I guess 2 bear heals come to mind. Heart of the Wild, which probably is not what you mean. Bear into renewal? Was it on cooldown? Or you mean like frenzy? If it's bear and frenzy, are you expectant to it? Is it on your bars? No? Okay, I don't know which one it is then. Stop playing Shimmer as major guys. Are they playing Shimmer? I'm pretty sure Jayhawk is Blink. Because it's cheap shot, and then he blinks it, and then kidney shot. Oh, am I wrong about that? Bark, survival, any or renewal. It was a broken bug. Wait, what? I did not use a single defensive. Bark, survival, any or renewal. Well, you were kidney shotted, so I don't know if you can wall that. But oh wait, no, you weren't. Oh, it was like a really, really short kidney, and then you just kind of swung around with a secret. I need to take a look at it again. That's the best part of recording these. I can go back and see what happened. Do the DC in our group. We can swap you out then, yeah. Yo, send me an invite if you guys got a guy missing. We'll get you swapped out. How? Why is it so long? Did I just forget to like stop recording the other clip? Might have. What is this? Why is this thing so long? Why is this clip an age? Wow. What's Atho? Dude, I would love to see my man Atho in here. Both are ready? Alright, sounds good. Get you guys back in here, yeah? So what do we set in Grifka? Are we gonna keep him on the back burner, just clean up duty? Or just like let him play as normal? He didn't blink a single sun, dude. Did he not? What, last guy? I guess I need to take a look. It looked like you blinked cheap shot. But I guess not. I'll need to take a look at it. Cannot press my defensive spell down. The game is broken. Add-on. Need to reload. Yeah, go for it. If you need to reload right now, I'll give you a second. You grab his paladin. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, I was not in CC. Yeah, because he hit you with the kidney, but it was like super DR'd or no calm points, and then you just gotta keep shadow striking at you, and then secret technique. Yeah, I have no idea then. No? Do you need a second Romaro, or are you good to go? I'm just trying to be like, I meant when I was about to kill the rogue. I need to go back and look, but it looked like it was close, but then he just hit you with a secret technique. Carry on. That's another good one. Is he on? Because his name is Grain, right? I don't think he's even online right now. G would be like near fame. GHK, right? Yeah. Grain's not even on. Or Dalaran is not even on tonight. That or he's offline. And he is on. He's playing and doing stuff. Let's do hook point. Playing Diablo 4 so to embarrass myself? What the? Wait. Diablo 4? That game? Isn't it dead? Asa? Didn't you see its reviews? Isn't it dead? Hello? Asa, are you playing Baldur's Gate 3 at all? Are you interested in Baldur's Gate 3? I don't know if you're into like big D&D style like games or CRPGs. Bro, I just finished it recently. It is so good. If you like Mass Effect, I think you'll like this game. Besides the turn-based combat. But it's so good because there's so much stuff you can do. Oh, yeah, the way, man. Let me play. Dude, hell yeah. I like the athlete in there. Let me play a few normal games that'll go last only. I mean, I guess. Chat isn't complaining about you, so I don't really mind then. Yeah. How do you do? What's up, Patrick? How do my man? Twitch. Got ourselves more groups tonight. We got ourselves 4Beard over on the team 1. Oh my god, that angle. We got ourselves Grifka in the back with Ido, with Tildra, as well as Taichi. What is that mug? Is that a... Oh, I like that Shadow Pan hat. I've always been a big fan of those. Oh, that looks so good. Especially on the Paladin when you got a Samurai sword. Oh, we got ourselves Call of Duty with that team 2 of Cowboy Boy Farrell first up. Jayhawk, we got ourselves Morty. We got ourselves OKL as well. With Kavi waiting out. It's going to be a Hunter out in the open. Immediate flare down on the floor. And Cowboy Boy is going to have to play it super slow and steady. He could pop out and bear for him. See if you can force me with a Hunter out in the open. Depending on the spec of Hunter, I guess if it's a marksman, you don't really want to be out in the open, especially if he goes for like a sniper shot combo or anything, right? Survival is also kind of deadly too, isn't it? I feel like BM Hunter is the only one you actually probably don't want to be out with a Hunter at all, do you? You probably don't want to get a combo one whatsoever. Either hanging on in his flare, Kavi Boy kind of perusing around it. Either random flares could get the guy at any point. If you could only just guess where a druid may be in the situation. Kavi Boy is the type of druid you just roam around to surge. Ido's out in the open, does not have a trap down. but does Kavi Boy not know? He is going to leap in either way, though. Just kind of having to guess it. Ido with the dash shock immediately got himself with a little bit of damage going versus Kavi Boy. Explosive shot, I think it is. Big damage to Ido. Is he just going to die right now? Got himself a little bit of a heal. Kavi Boy went in with a bit of a hit and run. One bite, he's out. He's already had himself the fill. Gonna be the Sentinel down for a second. Kavi Boy bailing away from the pillar. It's gonna be rapid fire right after him as he got himself kill shots back to back. Aim shot almost connected, but I don't think he's just gonna be dead. The bleeds have just got him rotted. Unless this man's got something for this right now, he might be done for the count. Kavi Boy just needs to get a couple moonfires here and there. It's gonna be Turtle Shell trying to see if he can deny the stun, but I think Ido, are you just dead to the dots either way? Are you just dead while turtling? He might just be dead, basically dead while turtling. Kavi Boy just trying to see if he can moonfire. I think it's over, yeah. You definitely want to make sure you get yourself a proper opener, proper go. And if you're gonna come out like this, try to bait a druid, at least drop a trap down or something. Taichi gonna be, is it Taichi next? No, it's gonna be Forkbeard up next, fully dotted up. As Kavi is gonna go for a bit of a hit and run and then bail out of this as soon as possible. Forkbeard is just gonna have to play it super slow until the druid is out. But he's gotta be very careful. He could slam down the druid fairly quickly, especially since there's no trinket available for Kavi Boy anymore. If Forkbeard is careful, and if he saves the stuns for the right moment, he could make himself some big damage happen here. As Kavi Boy waited it out. Are you waiting for cooldowns? Are you gonna wait for trinket? Kavi Boy, are you waiting for trinket? Eyes are up, so Forkbeard. Why do you guys see back at Ido? What did he do? Forkbeard might just want to pick up eyes too, as Kavi goes in full frenzy. Full blades are up, Stormbolt immediately. Azurwood not gonna hold Forkbeard back whatsoever. Does he himself a big go? Not really. Well, sorta. He has himself potentially a lot of damage, lots of cooldowns. Just generally make it work without stun. Are you playing Skullbreaker or was that Slam? Bladestorm. Alright, I guess he's just trying to see if he can maybe guess if the Pharaoh randomly opens on him. The hit and runs for Kavi are just going to be those classic hit and runs, full dots. Is he just going to bleed him out? Kavi, are you really just going to bleed this guy out? Stun? This is where Forkbeard is going to have to make a play, man. He's going to have to make a play. Is that Slam you were casting or is that the Skullbreaker? I can never tell. I can never tell. The one where you slam your weapon or fist down into the ground. I don't know which animation that is. Fear onto Kavi Boy. This will Forkbeard picking up a little bit of self-heal. Route to follow. He just needs something to get himself a little bit closer to Kavi Boy. He's got himself lots of potential damage. Hasn't pressed Avatar or Warbreaker just yet. The next Avatar Warbreaker could be huge. Just needs to combine a stun together with it, and that's going to be lots of damage. Kavi just going in for stun. Full go. Forkbeard trying to see if he can make a play. Bladestorm together with Avatar Warbreaker was used off of that stun. Got himself the parry. Kavi Boy does not want to stay out there whatsoever. Forkbeard with yet another Bladestorm, but he cannot catch up to Kavi at all. He needs to get himself line of sight. He did wait out the blades by the looks of it. Second wind kicking in as he let him catch up a lot of healing. This is what Kavi needs to maintain. Some kind of sustained pressure onto Forkbeard. He needs to, otherwise this man is just going to keep healing every single time. And Kavi Boy is going to play into the dampening, which is only hurting him in a long term. He's just going to make it harder for himself. I think he's got to play that super offensive there, man. Druid's such a coward playing like that. I do think he's, I mean, you can play however you like to. Druids, they do play hit and runs, right? But I think that's actually the wrong, literally the wrong move. I think you have to play sustain versus a warrior, right? Especially when his cooldowns are down, you have to out-sustain him. Because then you deny him second wind. And look at that, Kavi Boy put in some pressure, sustained the guy out, thorns to follow, bites back to back. Actually got himself a win, only 23% dampening, and he's going up against a paladin who's got himself self-healing, but so do you, and you have yourself potential here. Stun to follow Staichi, go with a full crusade. Controlling crusade is going to be the play for you. Kavi Boy trying to see if he can play super safe. Hand of freedom is available. This is where like a roar would be amazing right now. I know that a lot of druids go for like bash, but a roar is so good in that kind of situation. Staichi trying to see if he can just blast out damage into Kavi. He's able to keep himself afloat with plenty of mobility, able to reposition. So, Heart of the Wild may need to be the play right now, though. Taichi still trying to see if he can close the gap. Steel Crusade rolling for just a little bit longer, but Kavi almost. No, he does. Oh, wait a second. Oh, I was gonna say almost got himself reset. It looked like he got a reset, but maybe not. Hold on a second. He's gonna end up walking into consecration. Count himself a re-stealth. Oh yeah, no dots. Definitely don't go put dots on the Taichi. Taichi needs to pick up eyes, mount up, and find the druid as soon as possible. Kavi, you're not really gonna give yourself a lot of survivability. Try to see if you can sit down and eat some food. At least he's looking for that recovery. Blind to follow by the pally into a stun. This way you would have needed to have a trinket or something, anything. I feel like food is good. Is that actually better than self-healing? Blessing of Protection? The Paladin is just trying to see if he can end this duel. He's trying to see if he can play into the dampening. Dampening is just going to keep skyrocketing from here on out. He's just trying to see if he can play against it as best as possible. Kavi, a little bit of healing left. Unless he's got himself big cooldowns, he might be in a lot of trouble. Trying to see if he can keep himself afloat. Does get himself a Swiftman. Definitely needed to do that during that Heart of the Wild. But Taichi still unable to really catch up to Kavi. Got himself Shield of Vengeance in case Kavi is going to play aggressive. But Taichi should be aware. This Pharaoh is definitely going to play super defensive. Wake of Ashes, in case the Pharaoh is nearby, pick up eyes as soon as you can. Cooldowns are down for Taichi right now though. So for Kavi Boy, while Crusade is down, this will be a pretty good situation. You could do a lot of sustained damage. The blades are going to puncture through the armor fairly quickly. And if you can get Wall as well as Shield of Vengeance out of Taichi easily or regularly, and just going for hit and runs, maintain the dots, maintain some sort of sustained pressure onto the Paladin, I honestly think that's the play. Because if you're going to wait for too long, Crusade is going to be back up, and you're going to be put in the dirt. Trying to see if you can go for a bit of a go versus Taichi. Full wings are available. This is where Kavi did not want this kind of situation. Thorns is up. Actually, it's hurting Taichi quite a bit. Could force a bubble at him. As long as you're able to maintain yourself, you might actually be okay. You may just need to go for like a stun, a re-rake onto Taichi. Put some dots in, force the bubble, bail out of there. Got himself Incarn. Is going to force out the bubble. This is where you want to play super defensive. No trinket available for this one. And I think it might be over. He got him some mobility. Trying to see if he can bail out. Taichi's hoping to end this duel right then and there. Shield of Vengeance at the ready. Gonna be a War Stomp last second. Wake of Ashes does cleave me down though. My goodness. Dampening's climbing quite high actually. With 40 percentile. Big final wreck down onto Jayhawk Wizard before he can even find himself a corner over versus the Paladin. And the Pally, right now you're down for, wait, are you sitting down for food or are you sitting down to teabag the guy? I'm not even sure. Are you teabagging him? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, dude. Normally the rogues are the ones that are getting the most disrespect in these duels. Tonight, it has been Feral Druids. It has actually just been Feral Druids. Unfortunately, Taichi does catch up a little bit of heals. And Jayhawk, he is playing an Arcane Mage. He could have himself a really good game because Arcane Mages versus Paladins generally do well. Stun immediately onto Jayhawk. Does have a blink for that one. So Jayhawk does blink. He does have a normal blink, not a shimmer blink. Pretty sure, right? Hopefully. Breath to follow. Got himself a poly. Got himself maybe a decent setup. There's going to be lots of bursts. As long as he can keep Taichi out in the open, he'll be okay. Into a blessing of, not blessing protection, but rather touching the magic. Mad damage reversal back on a Jayhawk. Is he going to be okay though? Taichi taking lots of hits back to back, is able to at least avoid that missile some way, somehow. Touching the magi, not really ramping up the most amount of damage. Does not have Crusade for a good while here, but he's able to maintain himself. Stun on Jayhawk. He knows he's going to get a blink out of the mage every single time. Blind right after trinket to follow. Taichi does get himself wings last second. Oh my god, health. He needs something, anything right now. Trying to keep himself alive as best as possible. Lay on hands, maybe. Does he have anything at all? Oh no, it's going to be Jayhawk just barraging it back to back as Tidra trying to see if he can take it down. Wings roaring off the bat. Are those proc wings with Taichi dead? They are. I don't think those are real wings. But Jayhawk is going to just sit in Ice Block the entire time. He's going to need to use everything he can just to survive. Almost got interrupted. Polymorph for the children could just bubble it. I think it's just going to be a bubble. Does he get to escape it? Right now, it's a lot of pressure, lots of damage. Able to go for a reversal blink. Bubble out of Tildra. Able to go for an invis. Wait a second. Jayhawk actually forced everything out of Tildra. No bubble. No wings. If you could just escape and run away from the guy, just stay away for a little bit while those cooldowns are up, you might be okay. I think you may need to go for some food. Got himself Ring of Frost. I guess it is a Ring of Peace in a way, isn't it? As at least you're recovering some kind of health, right? Shift and Power going to give you some cooldowns back. Definitely want to use those images as soon as they're available because you're not in a great spot. Tildra does not have the most amount of burst anymore. Jayhawk does have burst of his. Question though, does Tildra run Blessing of Protection or Spell Warden? If it's Blessing of Protection, it's perfect for Jayhawk. If it's Spell Warden, that's going to be a bit of a notch in the plan, which is not great, but not the worst situation. At least giving himself kind of sort of life. Jayhawk is kind of teetering on a death though. Then again, this man is literally an undead, so it's not like he's not used to it, right? Tidra trying to see if he can cover the distance in between the two pillars, and Jayhawk better be very, very careful. Wake of Ashes doesn't quite reach him, but close though, close. Got himself invis. Trinket not available for a bit. Have himself breath onto Tidra, able to go for full poly, no trinket available for the pally for a while, full burst, spell warden. This is where Jayhawk needs to be very, very careful. I don't think you can even spell seal Hand of Freedom while spell warden is active. Kenny into an invis, does get him out in the open, got himself at least a little bit of healing, trinket for the stun, knock back into the paladin, no health available. Kenny maybe turn this around somehow, mad damage on Tidra. Oh, the hammers though. This way you gotta get your images up and running. Unless he's already used them, it looked like they were on cooldown. Looked like the images were not available just yet. Were available. Call of Duty gonna be up next. Full dots on the Tidra. Does not have any more defenses. Does have lay on hands. Better use it early. 62% dampening isn't gonna give you that much value on it. And Call just needs to wait us out a little bit longer, man. Is to let the dots, the Moonfire, Sunfire, everything just take over the Paladin little by little. Full damage available. Tidra got himself full Crusade. Maybe he can make something happen with this. Hold on, big damage stone onto the Druid, but he does go in with more procs back to back with Grifka. Last one left over on the team 1 on the cleanup duty. Trying to see if he can potentially get himself a play versus the Druid. Does go in for Heart of the Wild, but at this point does not have much work with. Maybe a disarm onto the Rogue? As if it really stops you. Cloak of Shadows, immediate kidney shot. That is a lot of commitments of cooldowns by Grifka. Morty or potentially even OKL could punish him for it, but we'll see, yeah? Jayhawk is on fire tonight, or ice. Honestly, Jayhawk, I would love to see him play a little bit of fire or ice. I think he would do it pretty good on those specs as well. He's not a bad arcane. He definitely gotta play the Nether Tempest though. I think that would help him out a ton. What is that glacial just now? Grifka's okay, he's just literally dancing inside of that Ring of Frost. Wait a second, hold on, full stun to Morty. Ice block, does Morty just come out and try to see if we can take down Grifka? Into a full, wait, Blizzard maybe gets him out? No, oh no, Shadow Strike, Nova, wait a second, hold on. Maybe Morty makes a play here? Some way, somehow, knock back on the Rogue. Does he have it? Oh, that was so close. I thought you may just have him. That glacial. Apparently for Grifka, it didn't really matter. As long as he got himself advantage, he'll be okay. Warrior leaping in, gouge to fall. It does have himself Zerker Rage, but not fast enough to catch up to the Rogue. He would have just Zerkered into immediate Stormbolt to get him down, but Grifka does have a trinket backup. Never mind, I had a trinket, just gotta throw it into the wind. Is it just like him flexing, like, I don't even get a trinket, it's a warrior, I'll be okay? Is that what it is? Also, you auto attack through a wall is just, I hate that about rogues. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the long range that rogues have on the autos. I'm a big fan of that as a rogue player. But attacking through a wall is a little much, you know what I mean? Kidney shot onto QKL, does go for human racial stone onto Grifka, trying to see if he can rip right through him into a Cloak of Shadows by the Rogue, at least able to remove any of the dots and he bleeds as well as any physical damage off of his body. As Grifka still holding on to an evasion, could potentially make that work. Next stun is going to be really deadly, does go for reset, and QKL may just want to go pick up one of the eyes, man. May just want to pick up one of the eyes available. He's in defensive stance, he's waiting for Grifka, but honestly, should be on the aggression. He should be running in there. He's looking for him, but with eyes, it's going to be much easier. At 78% dampening, going to be first aid. Grifka catching up on whatever healing he can. QKL still holding on to a big defensive, so at least he can reduce his damage by quite a bit. Grifka is now going to be definitely on your tail into a cheap shot immediately. Dude, just press the defensive. If you see the secret technique, you may just want to use it. That's the secret technique. That's a lot of damage. Stun into Grifka. Maybe you can turn this around. Vanish available for the Rogue. Does have a bleed on him at the very least. Evasion to follow. Cannot really touch the Rogue for a bit. Fear. Maybe execute. Stormbolt. Maybe enough. Hold on a second. Blind. Grifka still has a bleed on him. Hold on a second. Maybe you leap with the charge. Leap and charge. Leap, charge. Oh, sap. Zerkers. Trying to whirlwind him out. Kidney shot. Does the Rogue take you? No way. Oh no. Oh no. Grifka does pick up 3 at the very end of the day, even though he went last for his team. That's unfortunate. I mean, great for the Rogue, but unfortunate for everybody else. But yeah, you definitely want to have someone going. I mean, secret technique is like the biggest damage for the Rogue. It's just, I feel like in most cases, you probably just don't press it defensive unless you just like know you're gonna die. But without high dampening, it's like everything is gonna kill you. I feel like you just use a defensive. He did end up using it to try to re-heal, I think, but not on this high dampening. That's just a flat DR. You don't even look at the healing part. You just DR it as best as you can. Pass invite to a Trem Brew Outland. I don't think I have him added in a real ID. Yeah. What would have been better though is if like you just told me in DM in PM like, yo, I'm gonna be going I need to pass somebody lead. I join you, you pass me lead, I can list the group. Can whisper you as a horde or ally? I think I'm horde 2. So it should work out pretty okay. 4 beer most healing? As a warrior? Is that what it was? No way. Well, maybe. On the 5th? Alright, sounds good. I should have given you a lead. Yeah. Who's lead on the team Romaro? Why I should have give you lead? Why I should have give you lead if I was switching character? Wait, are you playing or are you gone for the night? Or are we just gonna swap a character real quickly? Wait, what, I get invited for the script? Yeah, if you want, if you gotta go, Cloak, you gotta go, man. Do your thing. QT, KA, Silverman, I gave him lead. I'm in Grifka's group now. Oh. Okay, so you guys don't need me then, you're chilling, right? Oh no, children left. Oh, that's why, okay. Group listed, boys. Group listed, Silver board, get zero idea what to play. Play Baldur's Gate, man. Jake, seriously, if you played... Oh, Atho? My boy. Hell yeah. Play... I don't know if you got $70 to spare. But Baldur's Gate will be worth every penny. I'm telling you right now. If you just don't have any other game to play, you do Diablo, play WoW, get everything done. If you are fine with the turn-based combat and a game that's narrative focused, with a big focus on your companions as well, choices and all that, exploration, a game that's an RPG that's not really super hand-holdy, it just kind of lets you kind of do your thing for the most part, super in-depth, customization system of your class, but it is strategy, like turn-based strategy with D&D rules. Honestly, if you even meet like a half of those requirements of like narrative game, great companions, turn-based, and you're fine with that, or maybe you're just not really big on turn-based but big into in-depth stuff that you can do, multi-class in that game is super fun. I think it would have a lot of blast with it. I think our friends have it, so I should give it since it's more link. So I should have it. Definitely give it a go, man. Definitely give it a go. It is so good. All right, Minus, I can get you in another group, yeah? So who's got me on the other team? So I'm gonna have you here, right? I'm gonna back out. We got this team. Okay, if possible. Yo, I have a problem here. What's up? Jayhawk. Jayhawk, are you the lead on the other team? Because if you're lead, or if somebody can get you past lead, somebody can pass you the lead, then I could help you form a group. Because we got Grifka still out with the 5-man team. Romaro is switching character, it looks like. Group disbanded? That's all good. Don't you worry about it. Second group available. Anybody that was in the group with all those casters that were in the group, with Jayhawk, with Coffee Boy, with the Druid, it's that whole group that is banded. We got another one opening up. Here we go. Everybody that were in the group that is banded, come back over here. Troop Monk, we got you in, my guy. I'm gonna see if I can go. If I got my PvP going to Hunter, go for it. Yeah, if you want to join up, more than welcome to him. We're waiting on one guy change the character. Let me just let you know. Okay. Okay. So we need 2 more over on this team that basically is banded. Let me see if like Chrysler or somebody on, yeah? Chrysler ain't on. Grain the main Hargath. Hargath is an A, right? For some reason I looked at Kargath, maybe I confused them in my head like off the bat with I was about to say Kudako. No. Kragar. My god, my brain, dude. It ain't working, but when is it ever? Call of Duty? Yeah, more than welcome to. More than welcome, friend. Who else was that one that I want to invite from last week? That got to play? Tasty, I would love to have him join back in if possible. Ooh, Obliv, that would be cool. Jake Paul? No, Masterfoot? Oh, we do have Kodako in the EU. Forgot. Who else was it? Crazy Shaman is one you need to add. I really need to get Crazy Shaman into my real ID friends list. This Crazy Shaman is really, really cool. I like Crazy Shaman. He does big damage, and it's really fun to watch because the elemental are really, really fun. I don't think we have too many elementals, but when we do, they're popping. He's in your party, so we're 4. Okay, so we got 4 on my team, 4 on your team, so both teams, you know, +1. Dal, bro, how is your Shadow Priest to play? Not is my answer. Like, they have a lot of buttons, and you need to learn the priority of all of your buttons. Yeah. Besides that, like in PvE, I don't think they have them, like in Mythic Pluses, for example. They're pretty easy to get into, sorta. As long as you learn your button priority. Not, I love the difficulty. Then I think you'll like it. Like, it's a class that can definitely have a lot going on for it in terms of buttons. You have like a lot of utility spells. You don't just only damage, but you also have utility. As long as you like learn, it's quite a few spells that you gotta press. Like you have Mind Blast, Mind Spike, Mind Games, Halo in Mythic Plus, for example. And you got your dots, you got DP, you gotta figure out when's a good time to use those, when's a good time to roll them and spam them, or when's a good time to just like extend them. And then if you're pressing on, say, like Mind Spike, but you can get the Mind Spike upgraded after you press DP, you get like Mind Spike Insanity or Mind Flay Insanity. Those abilities, there's a priority to what's important, what is more important, what is less important, depending on the buffs that you have, depending on the amount of procs that you got. So it's a lot to deal with, but if you can manage that, if you can like organize your bar in order of like high priority to low priority, I don't know how you like do your rotational keybinds or whatever, but like if you can figure out the priority of what abilities are more important in different situations, it's pretty easy because you just gotta pop a couple of dots, drop in a Shadow Crash, and then that's it. That's all your dots. You know how to work. At least in Mythic Pluses, that's all you gotta do. In PvE, like raids, you gotta refresh it once in a while, but that's really about it. In most cases, you don't really need to inside of like Void Torrent window. No, I think it's otherwise it's pretty good. Otherwise, it's pretty fun. Prefer Flay over Spike? Really? Because I like Spike. With Flay, I always find it weird. And I talked to a Shadow Priest friend of mine, and he kind of sees what I mean. So this is one weird thing about Flay is, normally under most circumstances, Flay by itself is just a low priority ability. You got nothing to suppress, just press Flay. Where it gets weird is Flay Insanity. Because the idea is like Flay is pretty low on priority, the channel itself. Like if you have other abilities that are up, Flay is really, even Insanity, low prio. So it was like a set of rules like, when you Flay is lowest prio, you don't want to be flaying, and you want to be out of Flay when you got other stuff up. Okay. So the question is like, do you just cancel Flay? For a little bit, for a very short time, that was kind of like a rotation. You just cancel Flay. You just kept it as like, you just kept it a low prio, and you would just cancel it when something else is better up, like another Spike or another Blast or anything else available. But then it changed. So now you want to make sure you don't have anything to press when you press Flay. Okay. But you also don't want to be flaying when anything is available. So basically you want to channel a full Flay, but you want to make sure you're never flaying when anything else is available. So it felt terrible whenever I'm like, okay, I used all my stuff. I'm flaying, right? I just began flaying, Mind Blast proc. So it's like, do you just Mind Blast? And then the response that was told is, you always want to be using abilities whenever they're available above Flay. But should you ever break Flay? No, you should always channel full Flay. But what happens if I just started flaying and you have a Mind Blast? Don't do that. I was literally just told, don't do that. And I was just like trying to figure out like, so like when do you flay? Do you cancel Flay? I never really got a good response. And I got confused about it. But it's like, he looked at me and was like, yeah, that's kind of like what is advised. You're not told wrong info. It's like, I just don't know how to apply it. So I just play Spike. Because Spike is like, you get a quick cast, right? Oh, Spike? Oh, let me send it out. It doesn't have the whole channel thing or whatever. SB! My boy! Hey! SB! My man is back! My man! How you doing, bud? Second team still needs a +1. Gonna help them real quick, but we'll queue in just a second. Hang together, boys. Hang tight. Pucker up, Buttercup. We gotta get Team Grifka 1 man real quickly and we'll be good to go. I'm gonna make Jayhawk Wizard lead just to make this a little bit easier. BRB. BRB. Alright, invite. Oh, that's quick. Alright, I need one more body. One of my boys. One more body. One more homie. Anton, he's already playing. My boy, literally boy. My boy. Ivan is already in. Idoka, I think, is gone for the night or something. I could ask Kudako, but I don't know. Masterfoot is a feral druid. I think we've seen a lot of ferals tonight, though, didn't we? Does Idra want to join? Obliv? Hey, hold on. Let me ask real quick. Hey, Obliv. Doing duels tonight. Want in real quick? I want to see if he wants in. We got a spot open. He's out of arena. Maybe we'll get a chance here, yeah? I'll find a way. Fire Mage just got a challenge sometimes. The Shadow Priest. It should go smooth. It's just a matter of time. Yeah, for sure. It's just a matter of time of learning it. Like any class, you can work with that. There's a huge GPS difference between Flay and Spike for me. It's just, you know what? I don't know if there is a difference. There might be, but I've seen builds of Shadow Priest that run Flay, and I've seen Shadow Priest builds that run Spike. And it seems to be like almost interchangeable. I'm sure there's like some min-maxing, but just play the town that you like the most. I think there's no wrong way of going about it. Just play the town that you like the most. Who else whispering me? Lavalanche, we got a spot. We can get Lavalanche in here. Lavalanche? Avalanche, but Lavalanche? Are we full? Your team is full. We're trying to get a +1. It looks like I just got a +1 for this team. We're good to go. We should be set. Yep. How you doing, by the way, SP? Hope you're having a good one. This team is set. So I'm going to make Grifka lead here, because this will work out. Cool. Okay. Teams are ready. Queuing in a sec. Queuing in just a second here, boys. Yeah. Give me a second. I need... I guess we'll do another in the grand, yeah? Grifka and Jayhawk Wizard. Hope I got it right. The grand one. Or no, I got it wrong. Oh, just filled. Back. But after... just filled one, but after this one, very likely. How do I... Jayhawk. Okay, I gotcha. Invite spectator match. I'm a potato at this, by the way. Polka. And we'll do... Nice. Got it right. Hell yeah. Aspect note. I want to enter Aspect my friend list. I will after this one. How did that sound, man? Madagascar. I can definitely get you in, my guy. I can definitely get you in. Are you EU or NA? Because we're doing these today over on the EU. But if you're NA, we'll be doing these tomorrow. Or if you're EU, we'll be doing this tonight. A couple more rounds. Get as many games as we can. But yeah. I need to mess around with both. I might need to give Flay a go at some point, honestly. But it's not the worst ability. It's just it's so difficult to like figure out how to work with it. But maybe if I give it a little bit of time, I'll figure it out. Maybe if I just give it a bit of a go, I'll figure it out. You know, which. I've been enjoying Shadow Priest a bit, but mostly like Disc Priest and Holy Priest recently. Just something about healing as a priest has been really fun. Alrighty, boys. We got Athaman over in the team 1. Man's literally run. Oh my god, that hat. This man is literally running one of every color, man. This man is a rainbow paladin. I'm a fan, honestly. Look at this guy. Look at this goober. We got ourselves Forkbeard on the team as well, with Grifka gonna be first up versus Troop Monk. Interesting. Lavalanche on that team is Xanda. We got ourselves TM Brew as well, with Troop Monk getting hit with a cheap shot. Secret take off the bat. Mania to trinket. Does go for the trinket. That's a pretty big defensive commitment right now. In cap immediately on to Grifka. You know he wants to go in for a leg sweep. He wants to be able to see if he can get something out of the rogue. Leg sweep does not connect. That is an evasion out of the rogue immediately. Grifka with a shadow step or shadow strike off of a what am I trying to say? Off of a shadow melt. Kidney shot to follow. Does at least have a wall for those in Chupong. Maybe in trouble. At least no secret technique for a good bit though. Barely surviving this into a karma right after Cool Cloak it. Does Cloak it. Big damage. Trying to see if he can roll out of it. Does he get the heals he needs? Shadow strike right after he capture fall. Oh my goodness, the trinket. Oh my god. Being able to cloak a karma as a rogue. It is just mad with Minus going to be up next. Linus the Minus. Or Minus the Linus. SP joined. Panda. Really, we got Jayhawk as well as Call of Duty on the team as well, with Minus having to play versus Grifka. Rogue tried to be most broke class in the game, over challenge failed. Dude, yeah, Cloak of Shadows on the literally a bubble. Cloak of Shadows on the karma, that is rough, honestly. That's rough. As Grifka does go in for a Shadow Blades, Minus is gonna get hit with a pretty big amount of damage. Trying to see if he can go for a bit of a cast and shot to follow as he's trying to see maybe disperse situation. Does go for a trinket. Stuns Grifka, trying to see if he can deny that secret technique damage. Fear to follow, just trying to see if he can maximize the damage. Spike right after. Got himself full eruptions. Grifka's gonna get hit. Tentacles to follow right after. As Minus just trying to go for a bit of a heal himself. Grifka does dive into reset. Dots is still on. If Minus can somehow catch up to him, is gonna be sapped by the rogue. Yeah, at this point. A mobile class versus one of the lesser mobile classes. I feel like Grifka is always going to have that a bit of advantage. Can always dive behind the pillar with a quick sap around the corner. Minus is just going to have to play around places without really a easy pillar for Grifka to reach. Is going to go for the eyes. Grifka with the shadow strike immediately. Finish up. Minus maybe looking at the disperse right now. No trinket available. Might be dispersed off of that secret technique. Probably want to use it. Honestly, if you see secret technique, you might just want to hit the disperse as soon as that secret technique connects. Blind right after for Grifka. If you could just deny the damage by that secret technique, you'll be golden. Sap right after by the rogue. Full CC onto Minus. I don't think he should have a kidney shot for him for a while, will he? Unless he has kidney shot from, or common points built up from before. Stun. Actually full stun. Minus the not eating the most amount of damage, unless maybe big secret technique, cheap shot, eviscerates. Oh no, there it goes with Call of Duty. Trying to see if he can get back over there. As soon as you trinket against a rogue, man, you got nothing. It's just a rough spot to be in. This is going to be full dots, full damage on the Grifka. Dots have a Cloak of Shadows back up. Is going to use it pretty early on versus Call of Duty. Hitting him with a gouge to follow. Trying to see if he can get himself round the bend. Judy better get over there. Got himself Barskin really early on. Getting shot by the rogue. It's going to be a trinket out of Judy either way though. Maybe a little bit too early of a commit, but now you got no Barskin, no trinket. Next kidney shot is going to be the death of ya. This is where you got to get aggressive with the rogue. Try to see if you can knock him out in the open. I don't know if you got dots on him or anything. Can you go for Starfall just to keep him in combat? Is that a thing? Does go for a bit of a reset. Is he still dotted though? No, he's actually clean. Druid does have eyes over on the other side of the arena. But against Grifka, like, do you just pick him up? Do you just play it safe? I feel like you may want to pick him up. But the rogue is already over there. If you got himself full kidney shot, unless you're in Barkskin. No. Never mind. Grifka's the one picking up the eyes. Just trying to see if he can get you before you go to bear form. Mad secret technique does himself some emergency healing. No Barskin for a good bit. Does summon the rogue at least for a second. Has himself an evasion. This is where Call of Duty can maybe get himself a bit of recovery. May just want to go for the heart of the wild early on. Barskin is back up. Maybe can make something happen. Dots on the Grifka. Does go for a vanish. It's going to be Shadow Strike to follow. Still dots are on the rogue. Knocking it back for just a second. Blind right after. Grifka has himself a kidney shot ready. This way, I think Bear Form and Barskin would have been amazing. Is going to go for a Bark really early. Kidney shot by Grifka. Do you survive the secret tick? That is the question. Full kill, cold blood. Big damage. Eviscerates to follow. It's a lot of damage to summon after last second, but it does give Judy a little bit of recovery. He does himself quite a bit of damage for the rogue. Knocked back. Oh, but the Shadow Step with an Eviscerate taking it out. Not much you can really do in that situation. As Jayhawk trying to see if he can round the bend, barrage to follow onto Grifka, trying to see if he can maybe get some pressure rolling versus rogue. Trinket really early, trinket out of Grifka right after though, as it's going to be a knockback cheap shot to follow. Blink by its wizard, maybe too early of a blink though. Does get some missiles chasing out of Grifka. Are you still not rolling Tempest, by the way? I feel like as soon as you ran Tempest, I feel like it's going to be much easier to fight Grifka. Just maintaining a dot that keeps the rogue permanently in combat. Or at least as long as you keep refreshing at the right time. That could be really, really good long term, honestly. May want to think about it. Gonna be Ring of Frost. As Griff could try to see if it would walk next to it. Could step into the Ring of Frost. Try not to gonna be a root. Polymer for after. Does have a clock for this one. Able to maintain pressure onto Jayhawk unless he goes in for Iceberg. And there it goes. Having to choose the defensive super, super early. But it's so rough, man. Definitely, definitely rough. Jayhawk, does he still have eyes though? Picked them up earlier, but I guess they're gone. I guess they don't last long whatsoever. Grifkin does go in for the couple of dots on the Eviscerate to follow. Jayhawk trying to go for a Counter Cold. Doesn't quite connect. Blink really early on. I'm not really sure why he blinked with an interrupt. But he did blink to interrupt. That's going to be reversal blink. Maybe that'll give us something to work with. Potentially. Grifka with a sap on a Jayhawk into a big secret technique. Maybe knockback into the Rogue. Does himself a proper go. Grifka has himself vanishes in case he needs to. One vanish to follow. Shadow Striker after. Get a shot on Jayhawk. Has himself the ult in time, I think. Or maybe not. No, it's something else. Images are up though, so it's going to help dampen some of the damage you're taking. Shield to follow. Breath right after. Jayhawk does not have, or Grifka does not have a trinket available. It's going to be a Shadow Strike off of that Shadow Melt. Jayhawk has no help whatsoever. At this point, what do you do? Vanish to follow. Shadow Strike. Oh my goodness. What do you do in that kind of situation? As SP is going to be up next. Last one left over on the team 2. Having to fight against the Rogue. I feel like he's going to have to play around the Rogue cooldowns. Definitely have to go for a fear stun combo. You're gonna have to use a trinket at the right time. Does go for the trinket. Pan the racial off of this one. Trying to go for a bit of a setup. Root into the Rogue. Blind to follow. Grifkin does have a trinket in case he wants to use it. Cloaker Shadows is available. Again, SP using that trinket really early does mean that he have to go for a disperse the next time. But Grifka has himself a proper go. Trying to be proactive with the eyes, which is definitely what you should be doing. But a sap out of the Rogue keeps him in place. Can SP somehow squeak out a win against Grifka? If he can do it, if he can topple the Rogue, dampening is ridiculously high where he could potentially have a chance here. Big secret technique, eats it to the face, cheap shot, disperse really late. The man does not have himself lots of health, needs to go for full recovery. Maybe should have dispersed during that secret technique. Try to see if he can swing around Grifka. Gouge to follow right after, trying to see if he can keep himself afloat here. Power life, giving it quite a bit of that survivability. Fade a right second to maybe let's see dodge, get a shot by the Rogue into a Shadow Crusher on the corner. I think the DOS did connect maybe. Potentially into an interrupt onto SP. Not much left right now. Does at least have Empiric Embrace. He was getting some kind of healing, but maybe this won't be enough here last second. Oh. I was hoping. I was praying for my priesty friend. But it just was not in the cards for that guy, man. Oh my goodness. Oh lordy. Alrighty, let me know if you still have 5 men or if you got spots, because Obliv got a friend that he'd be down to join him with. If we got 2 spots missing, don't worry, that's a good thing. That means my boy Obliv and his friend can join up. It'll be good to go. Now I'm last. Oh, now you want to go last. Okay. I was hoping that would have happened like 5 games ago or something. Just come on, my guy. Oh man. If you have a full lobby cloak, I don't know if we have enough people. We'll see. Jayhawk, where are you? Let me know if you need more bodies. Let me know if you need more bodies or if you are good to go. Jayhawk, how many bodies you got, man? Because we can get a couple spots. I'll invite Valentina. I want to go first this time. There's no team. Can someone invite me? Team fall apart? Okay. Alright. Alrighty. Okay then, dude. Alrighty then. Hold on a second. Okay, team open. Hold on. We got 2 spots. We'll get my man Obliv and we'll get SP in here, yeah? SP, you'll be able to only join. Actually, you and a friend probably can join in, right? Because it's only Jayhawk on this team. Yeah, actually, that'll work. That'll work, actually. SP Skull Crusher, I can get you in. I can get you in. Easily, my friend. So Obliv, I'm trying to see if I can reconnect with them. Tildra also wants to join in. We're up after this game. Okay, I'm gonna give Obliv a chance here. I'm gonna give him second because Obliv just got in a 2's game, but it's probably playing with a friend that's a double DPS, so the game is probably not gonna go long at all though. Can I join after this one as possible? So if I'm getting Obliv and a friend, that's 2 spots. I have a spot for 1, and I guess I can get Tildra. Yeah, I guess that could work. I'm gonna get Obliv, we'll get Obliv's friend, and we'll be good to go. So we are good. We can invite more. Next 2 spots is Obliv and a friend. And hopefully Grifka still has a 5-man ready to go. But yeah, if you want to go first, man, if you want to give it a shot, I'm pretty sure like if the team is fine with it, if they're fine with you going first, if they don't really care, if nobody complains, why not, right? They'll be like, hey, is it cool if I go first, guys? Somebody say no, yes. Somebody complain at me now if you don't want me to go first. If you want me just to roll. You know what I mean? So Broken, I think you should be able to kill someone in full stun lock. I don't think, is that what it is? I don't think they should be able to kill someone in full stun lock. I feel like it all depends, right? If a rogue commits like a crazy amount of cooldowns, right? If you're pressing big buttons, you should be able to do a lot of damage. But yeah, with rogue it's just really, really weird because sometimes they do a ton of. I feel like why rogues feel so weird right now is because like they always go for hit and runs, but they have so many outs, so many escapes. They just do a hit and run, hit and run, hit and run, and they can do that one-shotty damage without necessarily even committing like with Shadow Blades. It like does a little bit for you, but like it's not like a Vendetta. You know what I mean? Like Vendetta is, I guess not a Vendetta anymore. What's a good? It's not a mage's combustion, right? When a mage combusts you, you're probably dead unless you use something. It's like Shadow Blade just gives you more resources. There's a little bit of shadow damage included to it, granted. But like a lot of it is just like extra calm points. Right now, let me see if I can invite you. I can view and you suggest your friend or join in LFG. Up to you. We can do it either way, Obliv, but we got 2 spots just for you and your buddy. Can I have an invite now the base the Kazakh sign up? Oh, so I'm trying to get Obliv and a friend of his. They did say they are trying to get in. They wanted to play last game, but we filled as soon as he responded back to me. I'm trying to give them a chance to express interest earlier. If we do more, I can definitely get you with my guy. But just I already promised Oblivion a +1 that I'll be able to get him next game. And I want to be sure that I'm doing good on my promises. You know what I mean? I'm doing my homies good. I guess I could just make a Bliv lead, yeah? Blister? Yeah. Okay. Let me get you in here. Make a lead, yeah? Just to make it easier. I'll go first, guys. If you guys complain about it, you can to him, but if you want to go first, you can give it a go. Spectator match. Obliv and Polka 5. Rook, let's do Blackrook Hold again. I like Blackrook Hold. It's a small enough arena, and I kind of like it. Alrighty. Beautiful. Let's get us another one going, boys. Onomas. I'm enjoying these, by the way. I hope you guys are having as much fun as I am. Also, I just noticed he never got to play the last game, did he? Okay, with Grifka, they got at least he said they're sending him last, just so everybody on the team can get a chance to play. We'll see if he keeps to his word. I'll find out pretty early on, I guess. But we'll see. These rogues, man. Feral druids and rogues. We had a feral. Normally, feral druids don't play like rogues. But man, we had Coffee Boy play just like a rogue with the resets. So it just feels like a whole night of rogues, man. Don't get me wrong, some rogues don't do that. Some rogues just go in super heavy. Like speed and errorless. Both speed and errorless play super aggressive, and I love it, man. It's so fun. It's so fun. They either slam hard or they die. And it's like either way, the game is fast paced and dampening isn't an issue at all. I love watching both of them play. It's so cool. Switch. We got ourselves Blister joining back at Obliv on the mage playing the almost look like fire, but it is Frost. Got us as Horrorwood on that team as well. Jayhawk, we got us as SP first up versus Lavalanche. I almost would call Lavalanche every single time, but it is Lavalanche into a trinket for both of them as SP goes in for the Panda Racial Dark Ascension on the bat. Is he just gonna go for like a big spike build? He's trying to see if he gets some horror effects onto Lavalanche with Mind Games. Got himself a wall, able to defend himself at the very least. Mind Games does get interrupted. Either way, though, I was surprised. Spikes, maybe big damage. Wait a second, Spikes, Void, in order to follow Lavalanche might be in a lot of trouble. Does himself Guardian in order to maintain himself as best as possible. At least able to desync the Guardian away from the, why is this tentacle casting Seer on you, by the way? No. Not Flame. No, what is here? He's doing like the AoE channel. Is it because he's also the elemental next to you? What? Maybe that's why. This is going to be SP trying to get some dots on the pet, as well as trying to see if he can get himself some setup versus Lavalanche. If anything, he actually is fine getting interrupted on Shadow. He does have those spikes. Trying to go for a spike. Gonna be a silence into a Sunder for a second. Got him some spike. Needs to get a spike up and running as soon as possible. It's gonna be Mind Games big. Ascendus. Oh, does go. Oh my god, this burst. Oh, it doesn't even matter. Lavalanche with that Ascendance. The man just ended up going for a limit break just now. What was that? That was so good. The amount of raw damage he does. Grounding Hex on a Jayhawk. Who'd go for a Trinket if he wanted to. Gonna be Lavalanche just cleaning him up entirely. Breath to follow. Jayhawk wants to go for a big go. Got himself a big bloodlust touching the magic. Lavalanche needs something in order to survive this. Not a lot of mana available. That's a big damage. Wolves are available too. Light Lasso just a CC Jayhawk for a second, but that touch of the magic might just hammer you. Oh. Got himself a bit of healing. Maybe a Maelstrom. Sunder for a second. Maybe. Oh, Jayhawk does go for Barrage. Jayhawk switching it up a little bit this time around. Got himself that Nether Tempest. It does add a bit of extra damage, man. Especially if you go for the buffed up version. TM Brew going to be up next. Trying to see if we can set up a leg sweep onto Jayhawk Wizard. It is going to be very, very DR though. Still taking lots of damage. Oh my goodness. The man just went for Kona Cold. The globally used was not the right one. Gonna be Chitra up next as CM Brew. Just taking the momentum. Look at the momentum. Oh my god. Forcing all these out of Chitra to follow. This guy just got himself quite a bit of burst, man. Making a Zuen work. My goodness, that Fist of Fury doing numbers right now. It is perfect for this guy. Every time he got Fist of Fury, he's trying to make it as oppressive as possible, staying on top of Chitra as best as he can. Chitra trying to see if he can maximize the damage, building up for the damage of the Crusade. While he's got it for a little bit longer, it's going to be a big shields up as he gets super, super low. Team Brew trying to see if he can maybe force a big something out of Chitra. I don't know if he'll be able to. Sun. Ah, it does go down. No trinket. I think maybe he was trying to see if he could save until he got himself like a Karma. Maybe you're just trying to see if he can maybe like survive this. But I guess Chitra still has himself quite a bit of damage even after full burst. It is going to be Forkbeard up next though. Giving Chitra a proper honorable duel at the very least. Chitra, is actually going to mute him. Not even going to hit him with a bow or anything. Nothing like that. Does force a Trinket out of Chitra really, really early on though. Forkbeard does get hit with a stun. Trinket, seeing some cooldowns out of Chitra. Big parry up and running. Chitra does have a bubble available. I don't know if Forkbeard is running a Shatter or not. Some warriors do. Not always though. Maybe if you've seen a lot of mages on the other team, maybe it might not be a bad idea. Charging on towards Chitra. Does have a ball for this one. Do you have a Shatter is the question. Does not have a Shatter. Try to see if you can break through it. Just try to see if you can wait this out. Is it going to be enough? Did you just use... hopefully there was a rallying cry, not a fear. Leaping away from Chitra. Maybe you get back in there. Stormbolt. Oh, does go and slamming on you either way though. Atham, man, second to last left over on the team too. Let's just try to see if he can get himself a decent setup versus the other Paladina. First aid available as here to try to get himself a bit of that recovery. Atham and trying to find himself a much better angle. As he got himself the hammer swinging. Is that like a hammer build without the shield? Is that what you got going on? Chitra does not have no Victor Rush. That is unfortunate. Did you use Victor Rush into his bubble or just didn't have it available? Stone onto Tidra. Atham is looking to end it. Blind by Tidra last second as he got himself that Shield of Vengeance. And as well as Wings, got himself lots of build-up potential. Atham had better play very, very carefully. Searing Glare is not really going to hamper this Paladin whatsoever. He's just going to retreat for a second. The Shield of Vengeance falling off though is going to put it in a hard spot though. It did hit him in time. Didn't hit him in time. That's unfortunate. Victor Rush would have been huge there, honestly. It was a close match. But he did throw in a hammer at you from a mile away. So it's like you were charging, you were trying to close the gap. That heal was not going to happen. Atham kind of playing with fire super, super low. It is going to be a Spore Cloak activating Human Racial to follow. Got him some Shield of Vengeance Stone on Tidra. Got Wings of his own. Tidra does not have an answer here unless maybe he's got Lay on Hands. No, he doesn't even have that. Big Shield of Vengeance is popping at the very end as Horrorwood is going to be up next. Shadow Strike onto Athaman, trying to see if he can take him out. Just a couple of Eviscerates is all he needs. So Grifka is the last one left. Does go in for a Shadow Move for just a second. Grifka, last one to represent his team, picking up the eyes to try to see if he can find Horrorwood, and this should be able to get him out in the open. Cheap Shot gonna be the first one to get an opener onto the other rogue. Secret technique to follow Cheap Shot right after. Horrorwood is not out of the woods just yet. Does go for a Cloak of Shadows as the disarm comes out onto, I think by Grifka, right? Blind to follow. Grifka no longer has a trinket. Wait a second, does he go for the gouge? Vanish, trying to see if he can go for sap. Not gonna happen. Grifka is gonna Phantom Knives him out, put himself in combat. Could pick up the eyes as well. Horrorwood still trying to see if he can get himself a sap. Trying to see if he can find Grifka. I don't think it's gonna happen. Grifka is just waiting for the eye. Horrorwood, if you're fast enough on the draw, at least does that behind the pillar. Maybe a sap into Grifka. Blind instead. The rogue does get him out. Horrorwood does have a trinket himself. Grifka does not. The cheap shot. It is gonna be cheap shot reversal. Wait a second. Oh, Grifka. Maybe he gets himself out of this situation. Cheap shot. Secret technique, big damage. Not the biggest though. Not the biggest. Grifka does have cloak, does have evasion. Gouge to fall onto Horrorwood is going to be super DR'd. Both rogues got each other DR stunned. And it's really going to come down who is going to get the stun first. Horrorwood with an evasion really early on. Grifka just trying to see if he can buy himself some time. Getting the shot onto Horrorwood. Is the stun up right now? Does he have the damage? Secret technique. Big damage. She dead. Lets him live for a little bit longer. Is it enough? The cheap shot right after. Oh, does going to take him out. Is Blifster going to give him a chance at all though? Got himself fooled. The AoE surrounding the rogue. Has himself a cloak of shadows with advantage to follow. Does have images. Trying to see if he can find the rogue. Ring of fire. Oh, trying to cut off his escape. Sun is so perfect. Wait a second. Into a blizzard. Oh, he's trying to cut off the escapes, but the rogue end up veering away though. This is where maybe ice could be huge. It's playing into that icy form, ice form, in order to give himself that immunity to CC Shimmer. I guess you're playing ice form because you don't really need a blink since you got that stun immunity. Can you press ice form while you're getting shot, by the way? Is that a thing? Neither of the eyes are available. That is unfortunate. Grifka does get himself that much needed reset. Blifster is the last man standing right now. Grifka does have everything going back up. Vanish available. Actually, right now, Cloak of Shadow is available as well. Does have himself the ice form. He's going to try to say, oh my god, Grifka! Just didn't even give the man even a chance to ice block. Jesus. Lordy, we gotta go again. We gotta give this one another go. Do we have still bodies? Yo, teams, stay together. I want to go again, man. This is fun. This is really, really fun. My goodness. I like the aggressive games, man. That's a fast-paced games. Could we get more of those? I love it when they go fast. Wait, that sounds weird. Okay. Tell your team to stick together. I made you lead. We are 4. I can help you. I can help you. No worries. Need one? Yay. Madagascar. He could join ya. I can help. I can help. Have him invite me real quickly, maybe. Class tuning. Oh, no way. Hold on. What do we got? Absorb granted virus structure reduced to 45. Oh, the nerf in it a bit more. Innate resolve bonus to friends in region. Ah, that's gonna feel pretty. That's some nerfs right there. No longer interrupted by school lockout effects. Huh? You can no longer kick I-beam? Is that it? Fell dev no longer interrupted. Mages flame strike reduced further. My goodness. Fixed issue cause massive available to cancel the consistency. Okay, cool. I guess it's nice. Mistweaver. Oh, that's got buffed. Oh, that's good. I like that. I like that a lot. Mistweaver buffs. Hey. Yes. What else we got? Chikakun absorb 100%. Huh? That could make it actually pretty viable, pretty strong. Oh, nutty. Envelop breath healing decreased. Okay. Shifting more to let your harmony throughput with Chikakun and tend to keep in a challenge similar. Okay, so it's not really a buff. I mean, it's a buff. Wait. Now stack up to 100%, maximum hold with 10, 3% per. I didn't say what Yolan's Grace is again. That might just be like a little bit of a wash. Paladin, all damage increased by 10%. Blessing and Summer now 20%. Oh, they're nerfing it back down to Blessing Summer remains 30% in PvP combat. Assas buffed all across the board. Not much, but it's okay. Prop Warrior, defensive stance reduction is now 5. Reduces damage dealt. Oh, damage dealt, so you could stay in defensive stance and deal more damage. Spur like damage reduction is 25% for prot. And Vanguard stamina, that's nice. That's pretty good stuff. Wow, Frost, Dread of Winter increases cooldown remote window by 10 seconds when you're 5. Frost Fever, damage increased by 30. Frost Strike 75. Remote switch 100. 20% buff right there. Wow. Oh god, Chaos Strike, damage increased by 10%. I-beam no longer increased by PvP combat. Isolated Prey no longer reduced by duration bonus Nova. Wow. Nutty. Soul Rend damage reduction is now 8%. So well, you can just stun everybody, huh? Moon and Stars interrupt silence for 10 seconds with 70 seconds. Okay, so it's a little bit less of like disruptive. Augie changes. Verdant Embrace healing decreased by 25. Molten Blood 50% effect in PvP was 70. Panacea decreased by 20%. Ebonbite 80% effective, so 20% nerf. Increased augmentation damage by 30 was 20, so it's more personal buff. Nice. I'm actually kind of okay with it. And healing buffs are a little bit less. Explosion shot buff by 20%. Kill shot. Marksmanship stuff. Disc Priest. Is there rogue stuff? No rogue changes? Okay, they probably looked at like, oh, sub rogue is good, so we're not gonna buff Outlaw, who's nobody playing that. Invite. Okay. Hold on a second. Hey, no kickable. I've been perfect. That is gonna be an interesting one. We got a spot available. Pass me lead real quick. Yo, Madagascar. I can get you in, right? I can get you in real quick. Brr. Can pass me lead real quick? Pass lead, please. Pass lead, please. I'm here. We can get you in. We're ready? Let's get you boys in. Alicia no mas. Oh, this is the changes we want to see, boys. Well, I got a video to work on for the night. That works out for me. Oh, goodness. Oh, grody. Can I pass me lead? Am I lead? No, you gotta pass me lead, Grifka, real quick. Grifka! If you can hear me, Grifka, pass lead. Grifka, pass lead. I literally said it in Russian and in English. One, I use Russian letters to sound it out. And the other was just English letters and English pronunciation. Oh, there we go. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right, we got to group up. Madagascar, you can join me real quick. Not the best. Just join real quick. It's going to make it faster. I see your name. Can you look at the page? Yes, I can. Hold on a second. Can I find it? You can always find it. Oh, here we go. You can always find it in Discord, but there it is. If you guys want to join our Discord, we always have stuff there, but there it is. If you guys just want to read it for yourselves. Okay. We are set, I think. Pass your lead. Look, that's still cleanup duty, yeah? Is that cool with you? That's cool with me, that's cool with you. Let's do blades. Give this castles a good arena. A good map. Unpopular opinion, but the fury damage already seems pretty high. These buffs in PvP are gonna be devastating, I feel like. Good. Because you know what? At least somebody gotta be devastating besides rogues and casters. If fury warriors could just go in there and slam casters' faces into toilets, like the nerds they are, because they use intellect buff and use strength buff. You're a jock, they're a nerd. You know what I mean? Then I'm okay with it. But you probably are right. It might actually be kind of like, whoa, Fury gotta be kind of thick. But you're not wrong on that at all, honestly. You're not wrong on that whatsoever. We'll see. I do wonder if it'll have like a big swing or if it's just gonna be like a fizzle in the dust. But I do think PvP changes do look a little more juicy than the PvE ones. I feel like PvE, you're not really gonna have a lot of things change. In PvP, however, oh boy. I feel like it's actually a good buff for Augie. It's not like great for like your team, but like the sub buff is kind of nice. 30% more damage instead of 20. I'll take it. I'm both gonna be a big burst team. Switch. We got ourselves Blister over for the team one. We got us a lot of castles here. Frosty. We got us a Jayhawk with the arcade. We got us a Spectral. Also has Arcane. Big damage on the bat. Formbeard getting blasted out entirely. Big damage out of this Arcane Mage. Just rip it through with missiles into blast. Some more barrage reduction. Got himself a little bit of health survivability. Trinket, but the man just wanted to see if he could Trinket out of death. And just got blasted entirely in the opener. With Atherman switching out for that adaptation trinket like he used to in the good old days. Stun into the speak roll. He does get himself a bit of a reset. What's your name? Spectral? It is Spectral. Oh man, I have a hard time with names already, but at least your name is like, I just need to look at the Spectral and look at the Q. It looks like a P, S-P-E-P, but it says S. I'm ignoring it actually, because Spectral with a K works out fine. Wings are up for Paladin, trying to see if Atherman can maybe walk towards the mage and see if we can blast him out with Big Crusade. Massive reset for Spectral. Might even be a bubble out of Atherman. Could be in a bad spot. Trying to see if he can maybe survive this damage using the wings as well as Shield of Vengeance to survive the onslaught by the mage. Look at that knockback with the, what is that thing? Arcana Sphere? I haven't seen that thing in a good old while. What is this? Big blast of Spectral. Spectral as he's still continuing to barrage after Athlete, just continue to rip through him with those missiles. But after he's in the execute range, barrages could be very, very deadly. Spectral got himself resources, could be really bad. Athlete, does he have a bubble for this one? He still does, but he's playing with fire every single one of these barrages, especially when they're bursting, are just going to be deadly. Big burst. Oh, before the bubble could even proc, the man went down. I think maybe he was using another global and just didn't have the bubble come back up at the last second. That is really, really rough. Not the best is going to be up next. I like the name Not the Best, because it just runs with up next. CBA can win bubble. It's all good, man. Big Arcana Sphere. Does it connect? Actually doesn't. Boop in the gap back, but the quick in cap does let him at least close that gap. Livestream. Blink available. Spectral is going to be able to reverse it. Not the best. Got plenty of mobility, so you can maybe do this chase. Do this round the bend with a Mage Nova immediately. Got himself plenty of damage. Not the best. Might have actually ran out of cooldowns for a good bit there when it comes to just movement. Spectral just trying to see if he can blast him out from a distance. Just trying to see if he can send those arcane orbs rounding around the pillar. Clipping the monk back to back. Got himself a bit of shields. Missiles to follow. Trying to see if he can close the gap. In cap does it. Is able to break past the shield with just a single kick. Ring of Pieces is going to put him in a bad spot, but a blink available for the mage. Does he have any more mobility? Might be in a bad spot. Could be an icebox situation. Does he have anything? If he gets interrupted on arcane, that could be really bad. Big knockback. Might still be in a bad spot. He's going to be that before Touch of Death comes out. Just going to go for the ice block. Looking for the reset. Look, what is it? He broke your back? How does it bend like that? What is this? What is that bend? What is that? Just broke his back, snapped like a twig, and now big arcane surge available, but it's going to be an in-cap by the monk, just trying to see if he can suppress some of the mage's burst. Getting knocked up in air for just a second. Bad blaster damage. It's going to be Spectral. Is he going to just try to see if he can work his way through a karma? Could be one of those situations. Got himself an invis. Not the best, looking for a bit of a reheal. Spectral still has a lot of burst damage available. So that was just a small go. He still has himself a big go. Just needs to find a way to separate away from not the best, the monkus. As he got himself knocked up, it's going to be a Nova for just a second. Got himself maybe mobility. Looks like he does. And Spectral trying to keep his slows on the monk. As long as he can keep that big distance away from the guy with Novas, he'll be in a great spot. Big surge to follow. He got himself a port, able to actually close the gap. Chicken available for the mage really, really early. Is going to be able to jump off the side of the arena, looking for that chicken power to get himself a little bit of that cooldown recovery. Trying to see if he can maybe roll over to the mage. Big blasters available. Does not the best have anything available right now, though. He actually might be in a bad spot. I don't know what he has defensively. He does have dampen harm. Could be maybe big Arcana Sphere. I don't think it really connected. It's still going to be big touch of the magic. Blasting out at the monk. Is he going to be down for the count? Touch of the magic does a lot of damage, but not enough to kill the guy. Not yet. Missiles to follow. Get him some dampen harm. It's not going to be able to do much for you. Barrage is barely keeping you alive. There's going to be in cap last second looking for the recovery, but you're just in a rough spot. Unless you get yourself a karma, you might be maybe okay. Barrages are still going to be smacking you back to back with missiles, just harassing you, not really letting you play the game. Interrupted to follow. It's going to be trying to go for a bit of a reset behind the pillar. Does he get himself a proper go? Looks like maybe that's going to be Spectral not pushing in at this moment. This way he's just going to back up for a minute, get himself some cooldowns, just relax. He got himself touching the magic. He got himself a pretty good setup. Not the best, does have karma back up, so you could maybe use that in order to get counter aggressive with the mage, and that's probably what he wants to do. Trying to go for big X into an interrupt right after. It's going to be Zoen join in, trying to maybe go set up a leg sweep. It's going to be that karma. Spectral does not have an ice block for this one, but he's got himself plenty of mobility. Trying to see if he can rip through his karma while not letting the monk touch him at all. The monk just needs to close the gap, needs to go for that one little jab in order to reach the mage, but he's just not letting him do it. Leg sweep is going to have a blink for it. Man is literally having to go and get a whiplash, looking back and forth, but the mage could be big kicks to follow. Mad damage. Spectral trying to see if he can go for a bit of a reset. Not the best, got himself lots of recovery though. Looking very, very healthy. Spectral, not a lot of health available. Touching the Magi range. The man is just trying to see if he can bail out of there. He got himself lots of damage available. Shadow Meld as well. If he can go for full burst versus Monk, he might be okay. He needs to find a way to get away from the guy though. This is where Spectral needs recovery, needs some kind of healing, needs something, anything available. Does have a trinket. If he uses it properly, he might be okay. He also got a lot of damage cooked up. He's setting himself up for maybe potentially a victory here. If he's careful, touching the magic is going to kill you though. Wait a second. Oh, back it out of there. There's going to be a monk with an incap. It's going to be a trinket. Oh, it does go on for the big punch. Not even touching the magi. I am surprised you didn't touch the magi, the guy. Honestly, that's all you need to do is just reach him, hit him with a touch, and you're done. Jayhawk, not gonna let you get out of this side. Polymorph to follow. Does not have a poly that's gonna heal you. Big blaster damage on the best. Trying to go for a bit of a heal, but I think his barrage is over. This is gonna be touched on the back. Not touching the Magi. Oh, yeah, it's touching Magi that time around instead of touching the touch of death. TM Brood's gonna be up next, trying to see if he can maybe leg sweep Jayhawk, but I think he blinked. No. There goes a real leg sweep. Mad damage to Jayhawk. May just have to go for an ice block. Got him some survivability without all the time. But all that health gone within an instant, gone in like a whisper into the night. Gotta be TM Brew. Might just go for a karma situation here. Got himself a bit of defense. Jayhawk with an ice block before the big touch of the magic can really slam me down. Is gonna break out of it really early. Try to go for a polymorph. Wait a second. Does go for an interrupt with Jayhawk, but he does go for the knockback either way. The TM Brew is super low, so is Jayhawk. It's gonna be a big kick. Karma's gonna take it down. Touch of the Magi. Oh, touches death instead. Never mind. Gotta be a quick fear by SP. As CM Brew does not sit that fear long at all, though, actually. Dark Ascension isn't going to be enough, though. Got him some big barrages. There's going to be at least one of those bolts. Maybe connecting. Does connect. And SP is able to take him out. With Grifka last man standing over for the team 2. Is the last man standing with Tidra, Blister, and SP holding the fort. Can the Rogue make a comeback here right now? My goodness, man. I love how fast-paced all these games were, by the way. The Mage versus Monk and the back and forth they have. Gotta love it, man. I actually do enjoy how fast-paced and just like reaction time is everything there. I love it. Jayhawk, oh no, Jayhawk. Grifka is gonna get dotted up by SP. Got himself full PI and everything. Grifka getting hit with a stun. Spike and Sanity. Doing a lot of damage. Mind Games. Cloak of Shadows is available. SP does have at least quite a bit of burst for the guy who wants to go in for a full Void Eruption, but he knows he can with the Cloak of Shadows being up. At least able to get some healing. It's gonna be a gouge. Tentacles are on Grifka. SP does not have anything available. Does he maybe get himself a big kill last second? Oh, cheap shot. Oh, the airtight stuns, man. They are very airtight. And Blister with a flurry. Grifka with a vanish immediately. Gotta be that ice form for Blister. And Grifka is gonna have to go for a bit of reset. Blister doesn't even give Grifka any kind of opportunity to reset, does he? Does he have dots in here? Like a Shadow Flame, maybe? No, not at all, actually. So Blister does have to pick up the eyes on Fine Grifka if he can. One eye, both eyes are available. Did use his cooldowns really early, but does have very short CD on that ice form compared to Icy Veins at least. It is like a minute 30 or minute 20 or something. Minute 1, minute 3, minute 0.3 I think, 1.3 minutes. So it's better than 2 minutes. So he's gonna have it up very often. Picking up eyes, looking for a Blizzard, does fight Grifka around the corner, is going to be able to land some out in the open together with a couple of those freezes into a flurry. It's going to have himself a normal blink to break out of that stun. Knock back at the rogue, got himself a Shadow Step to stabilize himself back up on equal footing with the Mage. That's going to be Frozen Orb, doing quite a bit of damage actually. Gouge out the Blister for a second. Frozen Orb together with a Blizzard. Actually, Grifka not in a great spot, might just go down here. No Cloak of Shadows for a bit. That's going to be a Trinket out of the Mage. Vanish last second, has a Cloak of Shadows back up. Blister does himself the, the ice form. And Grifka does dive onto the bridge to try to see if he can fade away from any of those fire rings and blizzards. It is going to try to go for an open onto Blister, but the ice form I think keeping him alive right now. Cloak of Shadow is available. This is where Blister just needs to live just a little bit longer. Got himself images. Does he have mobility? Breath to follow. Last second. It's going to be Trinket. Nova's available. Ice block before that secret technique pops off. Does he just pop out of there? While the images are keeping Grifka in combat, maybe you might be okay. I think he's just going to save the ice block and just let himself get a full recovery. Looking for that cooldown reduction. Grifka does get himself a proper reset. Blister might be okay. If he can use ice form while stunned by Grifka, he will be perfectly fine. He just needs to find a way to get himself a proper go. If he can use that ice form to break out of a stun, he'll be okay. As long as he does use instant casting Grifka, he'll be golden. But Grifka taking advantage of the situation. No eyes available on either end. Blister can't even go looking for the guy. I mean, he can just throw out random blizzards everywhere. But that's really about all he can do right now. Does Grifka open up though? Potentially. He does have Vanish coming back up very soon, so maybe he can go for a bit of cheeky opener. It is going to be a blink out of Blister immediately. Does not look like he can go for ice form outside of a stun. Going to be Blister with full burst. Maybe it'll be enough. Grifka has a Vanish in case he needs to gouge to follow. Blister does recover a lot of health. Maybe he can go Nova with a pet. No, he doesn't get a Frozen Nova or nothing. Shadow Strike? No. Not even. Vanish to follow. Grifka try to see if he can round the bend out of here. Does he have dots? Does he have any damage? No, it looks like he's actually clean. Blizzard tried to throw out blizzards everywhere, in every direction. But unless eyes are up, I don't think he's going to be able to find the rogue. And their eyes are back up. Grifka has a blind back up. Trinket available for Blister very soon too. Can the shot to follow? Have himself a blink. It's going to be cheap shot or after. Alter time maybe? No, not alter time. It's going to be ice form though. Bear onto Grifka. Into maybe Ring of Frost. Has himself a blind in case he needs to. Blind. Trinket available. Trying to go for flurry. Lances. Grifka with a shadow meld. Wait a second. He more or less knows where Grifka might be. Shifting power. Maybe that gets him out randomly. Sap. Oh, that's Sap. Wait. Blink is all you got. Blink all the time. I don't know if you can just blink all the time immediately. Ice form. Just deny all the stuns. Grifka with the Cloak of Shadows, the Blister, all the time, last second. Oh no, oh no, Nova. He does give himself a Nova. Maybe Lances, maybe this is enough. Trinket by the Rogue. Oh my goodness. And Tidra trying to make sure the Rogue does not escape just to punish the criminal. My goodness, I'm so close. I was rooting for my man Obliv there at the end. I try not to take sides, man, but sometimes when you're seeing one class that has the advantage versus the other, I root for the underdog sometimes. My goodness, that was amazing. Let's get another one going if we got teams. Chat, if you still got teams, let me know. If we don't got teams, we can call it here. We are for. Let's see if we can, because I'm getting hungry. I'm at a point where I can go maybe get some food. And I got a video project we started also working on tonight, so that's kind of exciting. Plus I can also, I hate rogues. Dude, rogues, I'm surprised I haven't touched them. I was thinking like they would just nerf subtlety to the ground at this point. Like normally in the patch, when Rogue is good, Blizzard goes, nerf. And then Rogue is like, okay, in a team setting, it's kind of maybe okay, but then it's like, it's not really one-shotty ever. One time that it was super one-shotty, or like really could just, you can roam and do stuff as a Rogue and just really be just unbreakable. It was like WAD, right? This is when they just kind of left us like that. Sub is the only spec that was kind of behind for a bit in WAD, and then it's gotten better by the end of the patch. But like a SAS, an Outlaw, I mean, you could just do like a Vantage DFA. Remember Vantage DFAs? Mark for, you would just do Vantage DFA, which would give you 5 comp points and like crazy crit damage. You would just DFA with an Eviscerate, mark for its Eviscerate, or in Venom. Rogues are just one-shotting, and just you run around. And you had I think you had prep at the time too. So you had wall with a combat. I think it was combat. So wall, evasion, cloak, prep. You can just rotate these things again. Disarm, calm points. You don't have to shift them over to targets anymore with the redirect. You had that 12-second stun us out as combat at the time. Oh. So I'm very surprised they're keeping subtlety as is. Normally they keep them kind of like underdeveloped, but like kind of okay in a team play. Oh man, sorry for game. Thanks for games are one been a learning curve. Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. We're two. It's okay. We'll call it there. It's okay. It's okay. We'll call it for tonight, Obliv. Discord link, Nightbot got you covered actually, or yeah, Nightbot has it right there. If you look at the chat, Nightbot got a Discord link right down and there. Join us if you haven't yet, boys. What are you doing hanging out in my chat and not being part of the Discord, man? That's like the best place to reach me. I post stuff there all the time. We hang out with the community. There's like a Wowhead section or whatever. I got my guides, all that. Yeah, definitely join up. Definitely join up. And then as a reminder every time I go live, if you ever don't see it on YouTube or whatever. Boys, thank you so much for coming by. Appreciate you. You guys are awesome. You guys are wonderful. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. Tomorrow we got more duels over on the region of NA. EU got to play a couple of games tonight. Couple. I'll go with couple. Tonight I got myself a project. Going to be taking a look at the class changes. Lots of PvP changes. Some PvE changes. I think the PvP changes are going to be more influential than that of PvE. But we'll see. Thank you all so much for coming by. Appreciate you guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to get myself food, get a bit of work done. I kind of want to do my own second playthrough of Baldur's Gate already. Like, I'm actually just loving the game. It is so fun. But boys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming by. Appreciate you. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll catch you guys all in the next one, yeah? Thank you. You guys are beautiful. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. I'll see you guys all in the tomorrow stream. Yeah? Alright, you guys take it easy. I'm gonna have some pizza or something. Peace.
Since 1991, birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony, until one day a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.